Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome to Culture Kings. All right, hey, I'm your host DJ Ronnie Ron. Want to thank y'all so much for allowing us to be a part of your viewership tonight. Okay, this is a special edition that we're going to have this program, and want to say hello to everyone that's on the page and that have joined us as members, as well as even on our YouTube. Want to thank y'all so much. All right, Culture Kings Media LLC, as we venture out to do some things out there for the kingdom. And we hope that you all are being safe during this uh, Delta variant and this pandemic. Man, a lot of folks are leaving out of here, but man, we are still here. We're gonna keep them lifted up in prayer and pray for those who have COVID as well. All right, so yes, again, it's been a while since we've been on, and hey, man, I want to welcome Mr. BU Bernard Mitchell. It's Bernard Mitchell. Hey, man, I've known this brother for a while. How you doing, sir?
Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good.
Good, man. Good,
Thanks for
man.
having me on.
Hey, man, glad that you can be on, man. And I just hope things go well for you as you've been doing some great ventures, man. Going across seas and man, what you been to the motherland twice or so?
Yep, twice.
Man.
Got some nice things happening over there, and I'm excited about it. Excited.
Awesome. That's what's up, man. Well, hey, hopefully I get a chance to make it over there before I leave this earth, man. Hey,
I believe
yeah.
everybody should at least get over there at least once and really see what's going on and
Hmm.
put your feet on boots on the ground, so to speak.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. Well, hey, well, look, again, we're glad to have you on, and yeah, hey, you all join the conversation as we talk about this gospel industry, urban gospel. It's time to grow up. Okay, yes, if you are in the urban gospel, that encompasses all flavors for the Savior, as you will hear me say or so. Again, spoken word, urban gospel, Christian hip hop, reggae, all of that, not the traditional contemporary gospel that you may hear on the radio, but urban gospel. Man, hey, this is who we are addressing, and we definitely need some leadership up in here. And so, yeah, it's time to definitely grow up and let's move forward as a genre. All right. So we encourage your questions or comments or so anything as we dive into this discussion. Hey, be a part of it. As I said, this is a special edition of Culture Kings podcast. And who knows, this may be a continuation of more things to come. So yes, just joining with us and make sure you go join our Facebook page as well. Bernard, do you have any information that you want people to know about you, or website and things like that?
Well, yes. In regards to industry, is BU Entertainment Worldwide is still the same. B-U entertainment.com. And we are over here. We're working for overseas international works to bring artists over this way and also to bridge the gap between urban gospel artists here in the US and urban gospel artists over in Africa. So really looking to see more urban gospel artists expand their reach
Oh, I think you froze up on us there. So, yep. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think we lost him there. So, hey, good evening. What's up, King William? How you doing, man? Hope all is well. Man, definitely praying for you. All right, y'all keep William lifted up in your prayers. All right, that's all I'll just say. Y'all just keep him lifted up. Oh yes, but again, we're gonna have this discussion about urban gospel, and yeah, it's time to grow up, and some of the things and tips that we can do to move us along in that process. Okay. Um, there's a lot of artists that are in the gospel industry that want to do some great things, and we want to create platforms for you and things like that. Okay, yeah, you're back. Yeah, you froze up on us a little bit there. Okay.
I don't know what happened. I was like, wait a minute, hold up. I was talking. Sorry about
Okay.
that. Not sure what happened there. But
Okay.
yeah, we really want to be able to bridge the gap
Hmm.
and see the collaborations happen and really let people know what's going on outside of their neighborhoods, outside of the city, outside their states, and in other countries. What's happening in the urban gospel sector in different places, because and really see artists take their careers more serious than they did before.
There you go.
Because what I'm seeing, I had to step away for a minute just to
Mm-hmm.
handle some things on my own personal life. But
Mm-hmm.
then coming back, I'm still seeing the same things, and that's been a couple of years. That's when I left, and that's stagnation.
Wow.
You know,
I agree.
lack of growth. And I know when we had conversations about it, and when I talk about grow up, I'm not talking in regards to, not saying that anyone is mature, but it's time to grow out of that mentality that people have been.
Mm-hmm.
Um, really looking for that handout,
There
blaming
you go.
people for why, blaming others for lack of support,
Mm-hmm.
blaming the whole thing about not taking accountability for why your career has not taken off the way
There
you
you go.
think it should.
There
And
you
saying,
go.
because it's not about people not supporting the genre.
Right.
It's
Right.
about uh, the lack of cohesiveness within the genre. You know what I'm
Come
saying?
on. Yeah.
Because and here it's like we have time. I
Oh yeah.
allot
We
2 good hours,
hey 2 hours. Okay. Hey.
2 good
Hey.
hours to talk about this, and not gonna. It's not about a bashing session. This is like a wake up session,
Mm-hmm.
because right now is what I'm seeing and coming back in, and I have been observing from the outside, and I'm not one who's without credentials.
Right.
We've worked hard, built, went overseas, did international touring in places where people say they tour, and actually seeing boots on the ground, seeing where people would say they have this type of distribution, that type of distribution, international distribution, and there
Right.
isn't any international distribution, hardly for any in regards to the gospel genre, let alone urban gospel, which is like what the lowest in regards to the gospel genres. It is the lowest paying genre of all gospel is urban
Mm-hmm.
gospel. Why is that?
But now hold on. Hey, I want to hold. I want to go to that point because you say folks are saying they have distribution, but they really don't have distribution,
No,
right?
and if it is, I can see if they're talking about, if you say international distribution. I know
Right.
you got to play on words to make it sound great, to
Right.
make yourself bigger than what you are. But
Right.
when you really look at it, if you can really like point out, there's nothing wrong with being in a mom and pop spot
Right.
and just saying, okay, I have distribution in this area. But to put it out there as if I got international distribution in Europe, okay, that's pretty wild up. That you have the people thinking you all across Europe, or you're
So
all across this Asia, or you're all across this place. But really, what you do,
they
just
average.
send a couple of CDs over to somebody, or you send your MP3 over there and let somebody listen to it. But when you're talking about industry talk, and we're
Mm-hmm.
talking about the numbers, because it's all about the numbers. Now I know everyone say, "Well, I'm doing this for ministry's sake. I'm doing this for ministry's sake." Look, let's stop that.
And
Let's
basically,
stop that type of talk and really talk about why you're really in. You're in business. You're
mm-hmm.
accepting monies for goods and services. That is the business side. Now understand, yeah, we want, okay, well, there are avenues for that. You can go in any corner and preach and teach gospel.
Right.
You can
Right.
talk to anybody in a social group and preach and teach the gospel.
Mm-hmm.
But when you are saying buy my mixtape, buy my single, support this promotion, now we're talking business, and that is why the part I want to talk about. That's where the growth is needed. I remember and I'm not trying to focus on past, but even back
Just say.
then in
Mm-hmm.
2011 when it did do the international tour, you know, um, Mahalia Jackson was the only one on the shelves from
Wow.
America. That was it, and that was like in one of the largest. We're talking about the large. This was like their Best Buy.
I remember when you went over there.
Right. And
Yeah.
and I can tell you, boots on the ground, it's still like that. So when we're talking about industry talk,
Mm-hmm.
you have those that say, I'm not making any money. I'm not getting this. I'm not getting the support of this. No one's liking my promotion. No one's liking my post. Man, look, if you're going to talk about having staying power in the industry,
Right.
you cannot just depend on posting one time. or keep saying that you have a mixtape out, or you know what I'm saying, meaning referring to
Mhm.
Spotify plays in other countries. I understand that. Everybody's doing it now. But when we're talking about you having distribution, you're talking about as if you're having residuals that are coming in based on product.
Basically, they straight up lying, pretty much. Just call a spade a spade.
You know what I'm saying? It's it's always it's a play on words.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of that, if you're going to be about your business, really be about your business.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because the first thing I do ask is, do you have publishing?
There you
Yeah,
go.
I got ASCAP BMI. No, that's not publishing.
No.
That's not publishing. Well, I was talking to another gentleman, and I talk not only him. I've spoken with many artists, and I do a lot of consulting in regards to, and have done a lot of consulting in regard, a lot of free consulting at first. I mean, a
Yeah, man.
lot of free consultations in regard,
Yeah.
hours and hours of free in regards to the industry,
Mm-hmm.
and especially with urban gospel artists, and giving them jewels that can
Yes,
really
you
help
have.
them propel their career, further their career, have staying power in their career, and they miss that mark. Because what I'm saying is, if I said, when I'm speaking on publishing, having a publishing company, not just having ASCAP, not just having BMI, but
Right.
having a publishing company that you have established through through your Secretary of State or your local government, or wherever your local county, if you did it as an actual incorporated business, or a DBA. Even a DBA is good enough,
Mm-hmm.
because you're
Right.
still
LLC.
operating. Yeah. You can do an LLC, or you can do a DBA using your Social Security, or you could do a DBA. And I hope you're writing this stuff down, because I'm giving free nuggets. These are free
Yes.
nuggets for you. Okay, we got less than 2 hours to go. So type your questions. I'm looking.
Ask anything. Hey.
Type your
Yes.
questions. Type whatever. I'm here today to drop
Share
nuggets
this out.
to help you grow up. Because after today, I'm charging.
There you
You see
go.
what I'm saying? Everything you got to retain, you got to do. So get what I'm getting ready to give you. Please take note. We talk about publishing. You got to you got to establish your publishing company. Only thing you're doing with ASCAP and BMI, you are registering what you have already established.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you do it as sole proprietorship as a
Yeah.
DBA, if you do a sole proprietorship with a DBA, you still establishing your publishing company. Now, after you establish your publishing company, now you got to understand who gets paid what.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you're not reading books on the industry, don't get mad because you're missing money. Don't get mad because you're not getting paid on the back end. This is where to grow up. You got to grow up. Don't get crying because you feel nobody is buying your stuff.
Right.
Don't start crying or complaining because you feel ain't nobody supporting me, my cousins and them and all that. No. I got all these friends on Facebook and ain't nobody. No. Marketing.
Preach that.
Marketing is key. Now let's go back to the publishing, because I know y'all may have some questions on publishing. You're listening. I'm saying now, when you talk about the publishing, whoever got the publishing, they get paid. The publisher gets paid first. They get the chunk. They the one that own the masters. They the one that control things. Now you may have your stuff. A lot of you all may have, you set yourself up with CD Baby and all these other things. You see what I'm saying? But you don't have your publishing set up. And I guarantee if you go in and look at certain avenues and check where your spins are and how it's going and who's getting what check, somebody else have taken your publishing. But I only got it down in ASCAP as an artist. Okay, but who is claiming your publishing? That's why it is important, if you're going to be an artist, don't just be an artist looking to get famous. You need to be an artist who is a business person. You're in the entertainment business. I don't care how much you feel like I got the gospel laced all of my music. Okay, fine. You see what I'm saying? You may have the gospel laced in there, but also the Bible says, have you seen a man who's diligent? He
Come on.
stands before kings and not what? Mean men,
Men.
con artists. That's what that means.
Ah,
Hostile people, people that'll handle you. Have any of you all had bad management? Those are mean men. You have people that's taking your money. Yeah, you work with producers who's not mixing and mastering your stuff, but then you paying all this money to them. Mean men.
come on.
You know what I'm saying? All this stuff that these are examples of mean men. But when you are diligent, you got to show yourself to be diligent. Diligent means you study your craft, not just how to write dope bars. We ain't just talking about bars, because every one of those bars you got can make you bread. You see what I'm saying? Now, this is here's the thing. Okay.
Okay. So please express the importance of legal. Okay. Yes.
Okay. Please express the importance of legal as artists. We need to connect. Oh, for sure. I have no problem. Collaboration and network to get work.
There you go.
Remember that, y'all. Network to get work. Now, we'll get to that. Please remind me later about that, what she said. All now, right. Okay, cool. Got it. Now, what I'm saying, what was I saying for?
About network to get work.
Network.
Man, see, Tracy done threw us all off. About pretty much standing for being diligent in your work, and so
yes. And there you go, be diligent. So here's the thing, and thank you. Now you talk about the wealth. You're saying the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the just. It ain't about the money. It ain't about the financing, cars, and all that. The wealth that you need to is all thy getting, get what? Understanding. You see what I'm saying? Understanding. When you understand how to be diligent, you see what I'm saying? You study to show that you are ready for this business. You see what I'm saying? Y'all got, many of y'all are releasing mixtapes, and y'all went wood on the first mixtape. and I'm not knocking. That's the thing. I'm not knocking what you do. I'm not knocking your hustle. Stop hustling and become a businessman. There's a difference. You're scraping and scrounging for spins. You're scraping and scrounging for this. But if you understand, and I want to give this brother a shout, man, because I've seen this brother come up, and he is not only he's not only transitioned, he's repositioned himself. You know what I'm saying?
That's right, Mary.
He repositioned himself so viciously and well. He set himself up, and all you see is results. That brother, I hope you don't mind, Omega Sparks.
Yeah.
I sat back and I watched this brother Omega Sparks take himself. He didn't retire. He may not be doing stages, but he repositioned himself.
Yeah.
Don't retire. If you got love for it, you got love for this urban gospel genre, no matter what you're doing. And when I say urban gospel, I'm not just talking about CHH. I'm talking about gospel reggaeton. I'm talking about spoken word. I'm talking about the inspirational gospel. I'm talking about all these things. You see what I'm saying? Even those that are doing like street dancing. I'm talking about those who are doing the artwork, graffiti. See, it's a culture. And what you all are not realizing is the culture is not winning right now. As a culture, we're not winning. We're seeing selective people do things, and we're oohing and ahhing, and you're imitating instead of being diligent and find out what your niche is. You know what I'm saying? What is your niche? What is it that you specialize in? Because all this, you got to try to, yo, man, give me the hookup and how you got that hookup. Give me the hookup on how you got that hookup. Give me the hookup on how. Nah, man, don't run to Omega Sparks trying to get his connections.
There you go.
Don't run to him trying to get his connections, because he was diligent. You see what I'm saying? And here's the thing in business. In business, if you have established relationships, you're not just going to give those relationships to people. What the Bible says, don't give your pearls to what?
To swine.
Swine. So why are you going to go to this brother and try to ask him for something and get mad because he's not going to give up his resource, his pearl, to somebody who is not diligent? It doesn't make sense. I'm just using him for example. So don't get mad, you know what I'm saying, because you're not winning. You know what I'm saying? Or you feel like you below, you know what I'm saying? And I will say this here. I will say this, you know what I mean? As far as myself, I reposition. You see what I'm saying? I reposition myself to be able to keep going in the industry and the genre that I love. You see what I'm saying? Many of us, when we're talking about business, you got to be able to, yeah, just like you said, read books.
Yeah.
Read books, and not only read books, you need to rub elbows with other genres of people in regards to the business side. See, we get so religiously caught up, you know what I mean? I
Correct.
can't do nothing because a lot of the cats that are in other genres of music stop looking at the lyrics and listen to how they got to where they were. Everybody's not selling their soul.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got people that's out there that will sit down and talk with you who are in other genres of music. That's how you network to get work. And as urban gospel, and even in the gospel industry, period, that's where we fail. We don't network with other people to glean on how did you do this? How did you do that? As a producer, how did you get this gig here? And how to teach me, show me how to do this. Nah, you so religious. I can't, they doing worldly music. I can't this. But here's the thing you don't understand. They're doing those proverbs. They're exercising proverbs, which is neither it don't favor these principles don't favor just those who are believers.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Proverbs, if you apply, these are shalls. These ain't shoulds. These are shalls. So if you apply the principles, this is the acts, this is the outcome of it. Just because somebody ain't saved doesn't mean they're gonna fail in business. And this is where this is where the failure comes in many of you all businesses. Well, why is such and such doing a collaboration with him? Why is she doing a collaboration with him? This is this. But you know what? You don't know what happened behind the scenes. You don't know what the talk away from the mic, away from the studio. You don't know if this person is doing impact and made a relationship with somebody who may be doing mainstream music. Okay? You see what I'm saying?
Come on, bro.
Everybody's so caught up on what they hear. And many of them are studio gangsters, studio this, studio that. Anyway, that's not their real lives. Just like many in the gospel industry are studio saved, studio apostles,
Well, you
studio
preaching
this and studio that. Y'all ain't really practicing. A lot of these ain't practicing. It just sounds good on wax. It just sounds good on the MP3. I get it. I understand. Make yourself bigger than who you are. But at the end of the day, are you diligent? Are you doing business? You see what I'm saying? Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. You see what I'm saying?
Amen,
I'm
man.
talking about collaboration, networking. You should network to get work. Because at many times when we're talking about the entertainment business, the business side, many of us, and I'm guilty of doing it at the beginning until I got wisdom. What is wisdom? The correct use of knowledge. That's wisdom. Wisdom, again, is the correct use of knowledge. You got the knowledge, but you're not exercising wisdom. You see what I'm saying? You're releasing album after album after album after album after album.
Mary.
Many people have released at least 6 albums and nobody know about the first one.
Like, who are you?
I'm releasing a new one. Wait a minute. When was the first? I got a new mixtape. Wait a minute. Where's the first? The only ones that know about your mixtape or who knows about your your latest album are those in your circle. That's it. Don't you know about their 49 other states that don't know about you? And how many cities in each state? How many places have you marketed to? How many places outside of social network, the few, you know what I'm saying? I put $10 up. I done put $100 up. I done did this. No. When you talking about marketing, marketing is the engine that runs your business.
Hey, we got a question, Bernard, real quick.
What it is?
If you have your own publishing company but distribute through a place like CD Baby, how do you control who gets the money first?
If you have your own publishing company You need to go. You need to set yourself up with Harry Fox.
Harry Fox
Harry
Agency.
Fox. This is where the big boys go. Harry Fox. You see what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And when you set your publishing company up with Harry Fox automatically finds you those. They look for you for those who are doing licensing deals. Now,
Right.
let me give you an example of a licensing deal. Many of you go on Facebook, you do your story, and you put somebody else's music on that story,
There
right?
you go. Good example.
Harry Fox had a deal, a publishing deal, that you can take your music and license it to Facebook. Everybody, urban gospel, would have had their music on Harry Fox, on through Harry Fox on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
So if you again stop looking at somebody to give it to you, research,
Mm.
study, and research while you sitting there chilling and having false expectations. Somebody else is studying and trying to get it. Or if you don't know, go to somebody who do. So Harry Fox sends it to Spotify. No. They don't send anything. They don't send it. Harry Fox will get the deals. You sign the deals, and the deals that you sign, these are publishing licensing deals. No. They don't send it. They don't send it. Harry Fox, what they do, they'll let you know. They'll inbox you, get an inbox message that says this company wants to license the music. Your music is already out there. Your music should already be on a catalog already. What you're doing is you register the music that you have that you are publishing to Harry Fox. You register that music. You need to put that, you need to upload that as the publishing company. So you got to wear multiple hats in this. You got to work yourself out of a couple of positions. And you know what I mean? Don't be looking for no manager and you ain't got a career to manage.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? See, baby, tune called these are yes, these are yes, that's all they are. That's all they are. Why you cut out the middleman? See, they're depending on you to be ignorant.
That's how
They're
they make
banking
money.
off your ignorance. And that's the one thing about the gospel genre as a whole. And gospel period, they've always been last in industry.
Speak that, bruh.
Always been last in the business of advertising. You see what I'm saying? Just a quick sidebar, right? Just imagine this here. Think about this here, right? When motion pictures came out, I'm going to tell you just where it started for us, why we last. And we always talk about the first shall be last. No. Let me tell you where it all started off at. They approached the Roman Catholic, where all the Christian stuff come from. Way back when they first started, they approached the church with this, with motion pictures. You see what I'm saying? And what did the church do? Shunned it. They said, nah, we're not interested. Now look at where we at hundreds of years later.
Mm-hmm.
Look where we at. Can you imagine if they would have said yes to motion picture? Yes. And now we're doing the same thing. You see something that you don't like? Nah, I don't want to do that. You see something that don't feel familiar to you? Nah, I don't want to do that. But you ask God for, Lord, put me in territories I ain't touched.
Yep.
Lord, help me to expand. I'm called to the nations. No, you're not called to the nations.
No.
You don't do business like you're called to the nations. You do business like you called to your neighborhood. You gotta be outside you have to think outside. You know what I'm saying? We talk about many of us talk about wanting to be big, better, and all these things. We want to expand in our horizons and go this there, but you do business scary. You do business based on how you do religion.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? You do your business how you treat church.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Isolated and segregated. You don't want to team up with nobody. You don't want to sit and learn from nobody. And you definitely don't want to pay for nothing.
Man, don't get me started.
See what I'm saying? Because here's the thing. If you want to expand your business, you got to pay. You got to have a budget. You see what I'm saying? What's the use of having everything in place and you're not the marketing in place? I can't stress enough. I was listening to Grant Cardone. right?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah. Get this man a
you
cape.
probably GP.
Hey,
I was listening to
cash
Grandpa
app this brother
Joe,
for
right?
real.
And he said, businesses, what is the failure in business? Marketing. What do people lack? Marketing.
Marketing,
What do you need more of? Marketing.
marketing.
What keeps a business afloat? Marketing. All these things is marketing. And you got to understand, what are your marketing? What is your marketing budget? How much marketing dollars do you have? This ain't you don't go to the church and ask for let me get a love offering for this. No, 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 no. We
There
see
you
taking
go.
advice from broke people who can never walk in our shoes.
Yeah, whoever you are.
Exactly, yo. Boom. Exactly. Exactly. See what I'm saying? When I say it's time to grow up, it's trying to, let this mind be in you, which is also in Christ Jesus. And what he say? Be ye transformed by the
Transformed by
what?
renewing.
Renewing of your mind. I pray, that I'm telling something, I'm saying something to somebody that can renew their mind. Get out the old mindset that you had in business and begin to renew your mind to be more diligent. I am so passionate about this genre of music. I love urban gospel. When I say I love it, I love it. I love hearing them being able to spit bars. That's wonderful. I love hearing the spoken word artists go hard. You see what I'm saying? I love hearing people do their thing and they have a passion for it. But then I hate the fact that you don't take it serious as I do. Why do I say that? Because you don't market yourself properly. If you're going to do a tour, there are two budgets you need to have for the tour. You need a promotion tour budget and you need a promotion budget. Two different budgets. Let me ask you a question. How much money you go to work? I'm pretty sure many of us are working.
Mm-hmm.
How much money do you put away for both? Do you have a promotion budget? Do you have a promotion tour budget? Do you understand what a promotion tour is? Do you understand the difference between promotion and promotion tour? You go on the promotion tour after you have promoted the product. You see what I'm saying? And the product that you have, is it even up to par? Is it worth listening to? Is it worth the quality? You see what I'm saying? And I know many people now, they got the quality down. For many of us, got the quality down. But now it's time for you to go beyond the surface and now begin to go dig deeper. Dig deeper inside of the books and really understand what you need to do. Going back to the publishing. Now, the publishing, yes, they get paid first, but the publishing don't get paid anything if there's no marketing. There's no marketing. If you don't market, and I can't stress this word enough, marketing, marketing, marketing. You have marketing companies who do it for you. Pay them what they're worth. Pay them. You see what I'm saying? Who am I also? I am also the junior editor of Gospel USA magazine. Shout out to Cecil Brown.
Yes, Cecil Brown.
I am the junior editor of that. And more, we're making things to be more active for what? Urban gospel artists. I'm loving it.
Mm-hmm.
But if and there's no hookups. No. If you come to Mr. Brown, he's going to send you a rate sheet.
Mm-hmm.
And ain't no discounts. Pay. You got to pay people what they weigh. Stop looking for the discount and show yourself to be, again, diligent in business, because I'm pretty sure that 99 cents, you're not going to discount somebody and say, I'm going to give it to you for 50 cents. You can have the album for 50 cents. You're not going to do that. No. So why shortchange those who are skilled in their business? A laborer is worthy of his what? Hire. You know what I'm saying? There are over 3,000 scriptures on business in the Bible. How many do you apply? There are over 3,000 scriptures in the Bible on business. Are you at least applying 10%?
That's right,
rate
Ivory.
card is the rate card. Exactly, Miss Payne. Exactly, Mrs. Payne. You
Mr. Payne. Yeah.
It doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make a difference what you do. You could be, and I'm talking all the way. And let me go ahead with the DJs too. Everybody got to be on one sync. DJs, artists, managers, stakeholders. What's the use of having a label and you ain't really a label? You see what I'm saying? The label, if you're going to say you're a label or you are establishing your own label, you should be handling all these things. You got a lot of hats to wear if you're going to say you're a label. If you're saying you are an advertising firm, be an advertising firm. Be the outlet to advertise. You
Come
see what
on.
I'm saying? So everybody see if everybody does what's necessary, then everybody can eat. If everybody does what's necessary, then everybody can eat.
Come
I
on,
say it
bro.
one more time. If
Say it.
everybody does what's necessary, everybody can eat. You see them? That's right. Invest in your crap. I mean, Miss Payne, I'm telling you, there's a false expectation that's been in urban gospel for years. For years. You see what I'm saying? You got many, and I'm sorry to tell you, many have got awards on award shows, and the awards don't even prove you nothing.
Man, come on, bro. For
They
real.
don't give you no credibility because the award shows themselves don't market enough to be able to be recognized by the big wigs. Let me tell you something, man.
Well, you killing it.
No, I'm serious. I'm serious because what's happening is you got people that's getting they're getting honorable
Hoodwinked.
mentions and all these things, and if it doesn't bring you, it doesn't increase your equity, it doesn't increase your value, and nobody even knows about the award show except for the few people that run it. What's the purpose of the award? Another knick-knack on the wall? Another
Validation.
thing to feed your ego?
There you go.
You see what I'm saying? We don't need any more ego stroking award shows.
Come on now.
You know what I mean? We don't need any more by any people taking monies talking about these false schools.
Come on, bro.
You see what I'm saying? Many of you have been mishandled. Many of you have been misled. And many of you have been taken for your dollars. This is why. And the people that have done it and they know what they're doing and they know the industry and they've been taking your money. These are called mean. The Bible calls them mean men. Have you seen a man who's diligent in business? He stand before kings and not what? Mean men. Shysters.
Come on, bro.
You know what I'm saying? These ones that's handling you. You know what I mean? If you're going to be a company and every artist is a company, every artist, you are a company. You are a business. You are a brand. How you handle yourself in the public's eye, you are the front line for yourself. And if you're not handling yourself according to that, it's time to grow up. It's time to grow up.
Wow.
Every artist is their own brand. You are the walking, talking billboard for your brand. And if you're not coming off like that, then what is the purpose of you being who you say you are? What's the purpose? Ron, I don't want to do all the talking. You have anything, man?
Hey, man, you were just flowing, man. I was just like, hey, wow, this is some serious nuggets here that he has been dropping. And yes, this show is recorded, so you can go back and watch it on the Culture Kings page, the YouTube page as well. And man, look, one thing I want to interject when you were saying about for us with the showcases and things like that. It's about value, and they want that validation, so to be famous. You know, most artists, from what I've been noticing, they want to be more famous than for us getting that money. And it's like, okay, seriously, you know what I'm saying? And again, with these charts that folks have made to the top 10 or whatever, like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? You know, this, hey man, hey, you are dropping nuggets. Yes, you are. Yes, Mary, it's time to grow up for sure. Oh yes, hey, yes, Ivory is the owner of 247praiseradio.com. He and I, man, we program 247 Praise Radio. So again, there's a platform for you right there. And a lot of what we've been saying, a lot of what Mr. BU has been saying, hey, we didn't have this conversation. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he's just confirming a lot of things that those who normally listen to us and things. So, man, thank you for this, bro. Thank you for this. Go ahead, man.
Let's keep going. You see what I'm saying? Let's talk about that radio. You see what I'm saying? Radio. Let's look at.
Let's talk about radio. Yes.
Let's talk about radio. You know what I mean? We're gonna hit we got an hour, about an hour and a half left on this.
Yes. So come with your questions and comments, y'all.
As much as I can, all I can. I want you to please soak it up like a sponge.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? I'm glad for this going to be replayed, but this right here, really talk about radio. I'm looking up to, you know what I'm saying, to go. Before we even go into radio, I've got to continue this real quick in regards to the award shows. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? The award shows is like this here. And let me just go say it.
Just say it. Hey,
Stop buying booths at these award shows because artists don't care about your product. At these award shows, you're presenting yourself to other artists. That's who's all's there.
come on
In the
now.
gospel industry, ain't nobody checking for that. Ain't nobody checking for your booth
Yeah,
space. You are taking marketing dollars, putting a chunk of marketing dollars into something that is not going to give you a return.
come
You
on
got to
now.
properly understand investment, ROI, return on investment. Do you really believe? Just look at how many, man. Let me tell you how many times I have
Speak it,
wasted
brother.
funds buying booth spaces at award shows and sitting there and nobody is coming for my album and everybody wants it for free unless you have allocated and been strategic and say, okay, I'm gonna put these amount of CDs I put away I'm bringing these and this is my budget of CD cost. This is what I'm gonna write off. This is how, Lord, here we go. I'm gonna
Say it.
write it and you write it off on your taxes at the end of the year. You see what I'm saying? When you are saying this here, you're writing off. So it's not giving away your stuff. You are getting it back in your taxes. Okay? This is taxes is business. If you're not filing taxes for your business, you is not in business. You are a hobby. The government recognizes you as a
Expensive
hobby.
hobby.
It's not me downing you. I'm giving you hardcore facts. You see what I'm saying? And these are the facts. You know what I mean? You gotta file your taxes. You know what I mean? But let's get back to it. You have your CDs that this is the amount I'm allocating to give away to those who will actually spin my product.
Come on,
You know
bro.
what I'm saying? Not the entire album, but
Right?
the single that I want them to focus on. You see what I'm saying? Y'all sitting to sing the whole album out and nobody really believing in it
Mm,
because you don't believe in it. Which one? You have an album full of how many songs?
12 songs.
12. That's 12 different products. These are 12 different products that you sell, that you have opportunity.
Hey, man. Hey, he dropping facts, y'all.
I'm telling you, man, you have 12 products on that one on that list on that body of work.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You have that body of work with 12, 15, even if you're doing an EP with 3, that's 3 different pieces of product that you have to market individually.
Individually. That's money.
Market each one individually. We are in a digital age where you can win. It's a
Mm,
free open market if you do it right. And at the end of the day, file your taxes. You
come
see what I'm
on, bro.
saying? Give to Caesar what's due to Caesar.
That's
If you're gonna and to be considered an actual business, you need to have the see. Here's the thing, man. Many people run away from the taxes and stuff. They're avoiding it and becoming a true business person because they're afraid of the taxes. They're afraid to what it's going to cost. Yes, you're going to, if you don't know, if you don't understand business taxes, you will have to retain someone. That's
high
right.
an
Hire an
account. That's
accountant.
right.
But see, that's the problem.
They don't want to.
They want to turbo tax it. And if you turbo tax it, you're not going to properly itemize what needs to be itemized so that you can get the max. Because if you have a business, here's the secret. Here's the secret. Here's the secret. Write this down, please. Write it down.
Write it
Quote it.
down, y'all.
Here, let me let you know. Here's a jewel. If you have a business, it profits you to have a business because it does your personal taxes good. When you have a business, if you are an artist and you just want to stay an artist and you just want to run yourself as an artist, your brand, you need to set that stuff up so that you can do your business taxes and your business taxes can help out your personal taxes.
Come on, bro.
Everything goes hand in hand. But if you're afraid to become a true business person, you're going to miss out on a whole lot of tax breaks. You get tax breaks for having a business. And you wonder why some people are doing the way they do. You got to work yourself up. Seriously, most Christian artists don't think about taxes because most of the churches they are chasing don't pay taxes.
Well,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
True.
that's what.
An
Yep,
account
an account.
know how to represent you well when it comes to IRS. Speaking from
Exactly,
experience,
Ivory.
exactly. And I got my man's. Yo,
Hey,
I have see if you really understand how to set up a business, whoever and this need to be the same consistent person
right,
that does your taxes. Establish that relationship, even if it's a sole proprietorship,
right.
because you can get it. You can get your EIN number
Yep, I got
with the
mine.
sole proprietor as a sole proprietor.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? But once you do, know you got to handle your business. You got to handle your business. You got to be up on it. You know
Come
what I'm
on now.
saying? You got to study what it is to be a business person. And if you don't know how to study, then go team up with someone who does. Team up with someone who's smarter than you.
Man.
Become a mentee.
So,
Even if you got to pay to understand, get with a consultant and pay the money. And again, of investing in your career. Now, I don't want to give away that. I ain't trying to do all that. I'm gonna just okay. Well, you're gonna stay stuck going wood every year.
there you
You're gonna
go.
stay stuck getting your stuff struck down. And you know what I mean? Is when I say struck down, it's not gonna be
It's good, Chris.
exactly for 20 years. That's what I'm talking. Relationships.
Right. Relationships
My
and
brother just
budgets.
said he had a business relationship, and when you have business relationship, big ups to you, bro. You that is diligence.
Dylan,
You
come
see what
on
I'm
now.
saying? And here's the thing. Here's the key. Do what you do best. Delegate the rest.
There you go. I like that.
Right.
I like
Never.
that.
Yes. Because that will keep you. What you just said. That keeps you from saying something that you don't know. Get with the professional. Let the professionals do what they do, and you keep doing what you do. Do what you do best.
Mm-hmm.
Delegate the rest. Again, that goes into marketing because many of you suck when it comes to marketing. Do what you do best. Delegate the rest.
Now, hey, now on this marketing, can we emphasize the importance of patience when it comes to marketing?
Oh
Because
yes,
most
yes.
artists feel, all right, hey, I advertise for a month, so hey, I should be getting a big return.
No.
Man, speak on that.
No. See, you don't be looking at the mainstream numbers and think you're supposed to see those too. Nah, because they have muscle behind them. You
There
don't.
you go.
They got the big engine behind them in which they owe. You're independent.
Mm-hmm.
You don't owe anyone. You coming in a better situation than they are.
Better
They
situation.
got to recoup and repay until they get their check. Unless they're in a position that they are over and beyond. And trust me, everybody pays. That's right. Hire a pro.
Hire a pro.
You have your stuff with the flames of glory going on everywhere in your stuff, and the stuff is pixelated and it's all jacked up. Get with somebody that can make you look well. Again, do what you do best, delegate the rest. Some people do have that talent to be able to dabble here, dabble there, and keep everything under one roof. If you got that talent, good. But you're not good at everything. You're going to run yourself ragged. At some point, again, like I said, you got to work yourself out of each position. Work yourself out of this. Work yourself out of that. Work yourself out of the position. That means that you're making money and you're bringing in, and your focus needs to be focused over here. So you don't have much time to focus here, but you got money in that can cover somebody paying for somebody. Yo, don't put yourself in debt trying to look a certain way. Don't try to make yourself look like, don't present an image that is not, we don't need to see fool's gold.
Come on now.
We don't need to see fool's gold. We need to see the authentic person. Don't come in, you know what I mean, being and trying and this, I'm trying. No, stop trying and just be.
Just be.
Stop
just
trying
be
and just be. Become. Do. Give
Come
it
on.
time. Big trees grow from small seeds. An apple tree didn't become an apple tree in an overnight. So don't expect your production to blow up or to what is say what is the word I'm looking for?
To
To go viral overnight.
right.
Because even in that, let's
Hey, that's what they want, man.
let me help you understand something when it comes to viral.
Oh yes,
Those
yes,
who say they feel like this going viral, you're actually not going viral.
man.
There
Give
are
them the
those.
real.
I was speaking to someone who works in these, who are part of the big conglomerate.
Pay attention, y'all.
You know what I'm saying? They choose who goes viral.
Did y'all hear that?
You may have, a few. There are exceptions to the rules, always, but majority they control who goes viral. So you don't crack the code and all of a sudden go viral. No. Everything is a money game.
So wait, hold up. Now you saying that no one, generally people cannot authentically go viral on their
No,
own.
that is controlled.
It's a controlled environment,
It is control. It is actually controlled. And
just
I didn't
like
believe it.
radio.
Right. It is actually controlled. It is controlled.
Wow.
The algorithms and stuff. That stuff is those algorithms. You don't break. You're not breaking the code. Those algorithms are controlled by somebody, by a
And
team.
and
There are people that are there that the ones that understand. They're there handling it.
oh wow.
You just don't get there.
So
You
that
see what I'm
code is
saying?
money. That
Right.
code is money.
It is. That is it. Everything. It's always been about paper.
Come
You
on,
know what I'm
y'all.
saying? If you are investing, then you get the results. If you're investing, then you get the results. Don't expect just my track hot, my video hot. If you know how many other videos are hot
Exactly.
and they don't get that much recognition. No, marketing, marketing, marketing. If you're a DJ with nice spins and you got a dope mix show, marketing, marketing, marketing.
Why y'all
If
think
you have
y'all
an
see me?
entertainment, if you are a manager looking for artists, marketing, marketing, marketing. It doesn't make a difference. If you're a
Man.
spoken word artist, marketing,
That's right, Mary.
marketing, marketing. Everything is marketing and everything is controlled. But you
Wow.
have to be able to be the one that control the narrative of your career. Don't put this in the hands of chance. And that's what many of you do. You roll the dice. Come on, tennis shoes. And you're crapping out every time because why you're not putting in the money that's necessary. You know what I mean? We're talking about this, and even the same thing. This is happening worldwide in urban gospel, even overseas. You know what I mean? Been to a couple of countries and sat down and talked with people. You know what I mean? Talk with artists. They're artists that are starving to come over here. You know what I mean? They really want to come and break this market. Y'all want to break over there. They trying to break over here, but then you know what I'm saying? You're not reaching out. You can have wonderful collaborations that can put you in other markets. Put you in other markets, and the marketing budget over there won't be as much as it is here in the US because the currency is different.
It's less. Right.
You see what I'm saying? You got to think outside of this religious box.
Preach that, man.
Come out of the box of religion. You know what I'm saying? Or my pastor said that urban gospel is for the devil. Man, whatever.
Right.
Whatever. Sister Pettifer said, Deacon Charles said, man, look, do what you love and expand your horizons. Expand who you are.
Wow.
Stop going to your family, to them and friends and other fellow artists that you know to validate if it's hot or not.
And that's the key thing, man. They're, again, as I said earlier, they're looking for validation. And that's why some of these mean men, as you mentioned earlier, that put on these shows, that they feed on your validation. So they're going to give you what you want. So you basically going to pay them to give you an award.
Right.
And an award really don't mean much. It has little value, to be honest with you.
Right. Stop. You got to stop. Unless you are performing within the show. If you're on the award show and you are performing, it is not pay to play. If they call you to perform on their show, you should be coming in as a guest artist. I'm not
My.
putting out no more albums. I'm not worried about them calling me. I'm just gonna tell y'all the truth. Absolute, what God loves, truth.
Tell it.
You see what I'm
Hey,
saying? You shall know the truth, and the truth shall do
will
what?
make
Make
you
you free.
free.
And let me free you right now. Stop looking for award shows to validate you when these award shows are not validated themselves. You see what I'm saying? We had a whole section in the Grammys. We don't anymore. Why? Because they said we have no cohesiveness.
Come on, let's talk about that. That is our major problem.
We're
Come on.
not cohesive.
No,
We
we're
don't
not.
we don't show a united front. So if we're not showing a united front and our numbers don't look like in the united front shows by our numbers, business numbers. The Grammy is all about numbers.
Come on, y'all.
What he said, people lie, men lie,
The numbers
women
don't
lie, numbers don't lie.
Numbers don't lie.
And as a whole, as an urban gospel, I know everybody want to ride our brother's coattail. Value your own anointing and craft.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, what you say when on Ride Your Brother's coattail and yeah, that's
you
what
want to
I
ride
mean.
our brother's coattail, you know what I mean, that has been successful and done his thing and now has, disbanded.
Right. Pretty much.
That's his journey.
Right, exactly.
That's his journey.
Yeah,
you
Mary,
know what
that's
I'm saying?
True.
You're paying for features for people who don't have no validation.
Come on, man.
You know what I mean?
Seriously.
All this stuff, it took me years to strike the balance between ministry and business. It can be a great internal conflict for it. Yes, it can. Yes, Mr. White. Yes, mister White. You're exactly correct. Yep. Everything is balanced. And you got to know when to do it. You see what I'm saying? But going back to what I just said, you want to get features with people that you feel like are known. And then, I remember, man, I went to a college campus, which you would think that people would know. And while these people were in the hot, they were in the hot, they were hot. And when I talk about hot, they were making money. They were known. But if you go to some of these campuses and ask about them, like, no, I don't know who that is. No, I don't know who that is. Let me tell many of you all something, and you may not believe it, but I'm going to tell you this right here so you can understand. Each and every one of you are a big fish in a small pond.
Come on.
You're a big fish in a small pond. If you see yourself as the big fish in the small pond, you take your career and take it seriously, whatever you call yourself doing. You know what I'm saying?
Marley, yes.
Whatever you call yourself doing, whatever part of the industry, urban gospel that you were doing. You know what I mean? Manager, stakeholder, artist, producer, DJ, engineer, whatever the case may be, etc., advertising company, whatever it is. You in our genre, you are a big fish in a small pond because there are no big fish. Everybody is acting like minnows. Even those who have come up, we still have no representation. We have no leadership.
No.
We have no guidance. We have no direction. You see what I'm saying?
Because we don't trust each other. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
you fail for the what? Lack of knowledge.
Lack of knowledge, exactly.
And without a vision, what happens?
The people will perish.
You perish. And what is perishing? Well, you have perishable goods inside your cupboard, canned goods. What does the perishing mean? It has an expiration date. And many of you out there, you have placed a expiration date on your own careers.
Come on, man.
And nobody has done it. You've done it to yourself. You have placed an expiration date on your own careers. Yes, you do. You see what I'm saying? What's happened is we have great word that's being put on tracks. We have great beats, but we don't originate. We want to copy what everybody else does. You know what I'm saying? Imitation is the best form of flattery. Okay, well, you got a lot of artists out there in the mainstream who are very flattered, but here's the thing. They ain't flattered to the point of they tired.
Right.
Mainstream artists are actually upset at urban gospel artists. Let me just
Really?
tell you out the gate. Yes, they are.
Mm.
Because they feel like what's the word we used back in the 90s? We biting their style.
Yeah, yeah. Cramping my style, biting my style.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you biting. You know what I mean? I'm using words.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
46.
That's the clean version.
All
Yeah.
day 46. Happy.
Uh-huh.
You biting their style, man, and you ain't coming up with originals. You know what I mean? You're doing mixtapes and you using their delivery,
Using
using their flow, you
come
using
on.
their, and all you doing is changing the words. And understand in hip hop, that's disrespectful.
Exactly. Yes.
That
Hey,
is
Will, you're a great value
disrespectful in
artist,
hip hop.
Walmart brand artist.
And
Yeah.
even urban gospel is still a form of hip hop.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? There is
Yes.
my pet peeve. The Caucasians feels better because they understand the business, and and then you know what? They get free business from us.
Yes, they do.
They get cheap business from us. If you are charging someone, let's go. I'm gonna use the scale that was back about 10 years ago. Okay, let's use the scale for artists. And this is what urban gospel artists don't know. Let's help you out with the scale, and you then up the scale to match what is happening as far as inflation. Okay, when you first come out as an artist, every artist that come out, when you have a product, right, and you go do a gig, and I know somebody say, nah, I can't do that because you go to the wrong, you don't know your customers. But you first come out, this is how much you're supposed to get per show. 500 as a startup artist. You're supposed to get 500 a show. 500.
500.
That's as a serious artist they got their business together, marketing together, have properly marketed themselves. I'm talking about, we ain't talking about you got Sunhood. I'm talking about everything. Don't treat your career like your light bill. I'm gonna put something on it. No, everything together, bro. Everything together, sis, and that's 500 because you shown yourself to be diligent. 500. Yep. You start off, it's 500 per show. And then as you go, the scale increase. As you get credibility, the scale increase. And how you get credibility? Numbers, and actually submitting your stuff to award shows that will actually validate who you are. Because if you get the numbers, it'll reflect. You see what I'm saying? And even in some cases, everything is about pay. You know what I mean? Like I said, if you want to chart, you got the right amount of dollars, you chart.
Say, hey, see, come on now.
So charting ain't what everybody think it is. Well, my song is no. Everybody that's on the charts don't think this happening because they're popular. No, it's happening because they paid.
Hey, he dropping nuggets, telling the truth, y'all.
They paid to get that charted. It looks good, but it's paid. There's some that do it. They go back and do it the brick and mortar, and I'm not discounting them, but I'm telling you, many artists that they know people that know people that know people they're paying. They lacing pockets. You know what I mean? It's legal payola.
Come on, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand what you're doing in the industry. Yeah, they do spins and they record spins, but let's just be honest. Many DJs are not going to pay. They're not going to DJs that are spinning your stuff. They're not going to pay with the fee that it pays to report
every year. Yeah, $1,200 or $2,400 either one. No,
and that's why our urban gospel DJs are not validated either, because they're not showing diligence. Everybody got to show what? Diligence.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You see some of these and they get mad. I ain't getting my just due. I ain't getting my, you know what I'm saying? And yo, real talk. I had an event and had a budget. It was going to pay a brother $700 to spend.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And this brother, you know what I mean? He declined it because he didn't believe it. Why didn't he believe it? Because he never get it. Why he never get it? Because of lack of diligence. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm the greatest, but I do understand a labor is worthy of their hire.
Right.
I do understand you take care of your people take care of you. And I do understand when you do people dirty in business, you will become fearful that everybody that karma is gonna come back on you.
Come on,
You see what
bro.
I'm saying? So in your business, while you doing your business, don't try to be sneaky. Don't try to get underhanded. Don't be talking about people behind their back. That's not diligence.
Because
Don't
it
see
is
what
a
I'm saying?
small arena, y'all. Trust
Right.
me.
The music arena is very small, and what you whisper, them walls talk.
Mm-hmm.
A dog that'll bring a bone, carry a bone.
Right.
Relationships get broken because you ain't bridle your tongue. And if you can't tell a person to their face what you say in private to somebody else, don't say nothing at all.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it to yourself. See, this is why we don't succeed in this urban gospel industry. Because the things that you say do come back. They can and will be used against you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is this here, and let's go back. That's just a sidebar. You know what I mean? Stop chit chatting about each other because we supposed to be family.
Supposedly.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And what does the Bible say? If you have an ought against a brother, go to that brother and talk to that brother or sister.
Right.
And if you can't get it right, bring
Bring it for an
somebody
elder. Yeah.
a third party being eldered up in there, somebody with some wisdom. Don't go to your homeboy that's going to validate you. Go to someone with some wisdom, unbiased, who can help you iron it out. Keep going up the ranks, read the scriptures, understand how to do it. And I'm saying this because this is important in business. There's going to be people that you're going to have to agree to disagree with. And you
Right.
don't know, this person can be an artist today, but this person, if they're diligent, you don't know who they're going to be tomorrow.
Correct.
It may be the very person that signed your check. They may be the very person that can give the okay to put this person on a ticket that can change your life.
Mm-hmm.
So I suggest many of you, if you need to go get things correct, and it just hit me, thank you, Lord. If you need to get some things right, go get it right with whomever you need to get it right with, because for many of you, your careers depend on it.
Come on,
For real.
man. Again, hey y'all, we're talking with Bernard, Mr. BU of BU Entertainment. Go to his website, b-uentertainment.com. All right. And yeah, he's dropping some nuggets. Hey, I think we got less than an hour or so, you know, say for you all to get any questions that you want to ask or comments or things like that. Hey, real quick, I want you to touch on, man, for his friendships in business or so, you know, doing business with friends. Okay. You know, and those, because it's, you know, it's been said that people may have too many friends and that's why they can't make no money. So let's definitely talk about that.
Here's the thing, man. If you're going to talk about everything this brother, okay, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. White. Appreciate you, sir. Here's the thing, right? If you saying you have friends, you're supposed to have connections.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You're supposed to have people that you do business. Some of you have teams and so forth, but here's the thing that's what's messing up urban gospel: clicks. The urban gospel industry is cliquish.
Come on.
You see what I'm saying? And they're going around talking like a bunch of chessy cats about each other. We supposed to be grown folk. We
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be examples. If this person, if just because you're a party, you can't treat your label or your team like you set tripping in the streets. Okay? You know what I mean? Stop treating it like that. Oh man, he ain't part of this. This is our team. We coming in. We gonna do this. You're coming in with this competitive spirit, but you're supposed to be talking about Christ. How that don't make sense.
Oh man, come on, bro.
You know what I mean, you're supposed to be sharing gospel relevancy, and you're supposed to see. Here's the here's the part that I don't get, right? And we're talking about this frenemies and enemies stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody that is a creative in the entertainment, in the urban, let's stick to urban gospel, because I'm going to say that in urban gospel, if you are a dope lyricist and you know how to break it down and you study the text and all that, that is the gift that is one of the gifts of healing, because that's the only gift that you see in the Bible that is plural. Music is one of the gifts of healing.
There you go.
So many of you that are true to your craft, healing is in your hand. But what taints it is your character. You see what I'm saying? You can't present like I remember the old Bill Cosby episode when he said, you can't bring a great steak on the trash can lid.
Oh
And that's how
yes,
many people do
yes.
the their music that contains the gospel.
Come on, man. Very
You
well said.
presenting great material on a trash can
King,
lid.
correct.
But you talk about kingdom this, kingdom that, excellence and this and that, and next level this, and you ain't even came up. Your foundation is not sure. A double-minded man is unstable in all
Stable in
his
all his
ways.
ways.
You see what I'm saying? And that instability is a very mild form of what? Schizophrenia, multiple personalities. You're bad, you're at war. All of you out there that set tripping with these crews or having clicks with these crews, you're battling within. The old man and the new man is battling each other.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And any man being Christ, he's a what?
New creature.
New creature. All things are passed away. Behold, all things become what? New.
New.
That means that your old way of doing things in the industry is obsolete to this. You can't put old wine in new wineskin. If you're supposed to be a new person coming in, even if you was mainstream and you came over to the urban gospel side, everything you did except your business sense is obsolete. Bring the business sense that you have, but that old whatever, that I'm getting this and this. You can't talk to me like that. And go ahead.
Come on now.
You're
Come.
supposed to be to gain a friend. You must show yourself what?
Friendly.
Friendly. So if you want to have friends, you want to have a crew. There's nothing wrong with having a crew and team. See, that's all the power of the hip hop culture. You got this crew, this crew, this crew. But we
Right.
should be able to bring crews together, and we should have what? Where two or three are
You
gathered
got,
in the name, there is what?
he's in the midst. Christ is in the
Yes.
midst there. You know.
So if you got this crew, and we coming through, and we doing things, there should be no clashing.
And bro, you said something.
Celebration.
And you said something key earlier, man, about again, there's healing in the writings. You know what I'm saying? Music is healing, but you can't have healing when you have profanity in urban gospel. And yes, I've heard some profanity in some Christian hip hop. I'm like, yo,
Right.
what? Seriously? But this was prophesied, or it was foretold earlier on, like almost 18 years ago, when I was working at the radio station in Greensboro, and T.I. came in to the studio, and I was talking with his manager, and I you know, because I told him I did Christian hip hop and things like that, and I asked him what his opinion about it. He said, yeah, it's going to be all inclusive with profanity, everything, to where you really can't tell a difference.
But you're supposed to separate yourself.
Exactly. Transformational.
You know what I'm saying? To sanctify yourself. That ain't you dressing a certain way, talking a certain way, paying a certain way, shouting a certain way, and having a fake accent. And the Lord said that don't make you sanctified. You don't get an English accent when you're from the hood. That don't make you sanctified. What makes you sanctified is you setting apart your mind, your will, and your emotions. You take that and you connect it with the Holy Spirit. You see what I'm saying? You take the core, and get the outer shell to be connected.
No, his manager at that time.
You connected. Right. You see what I'm saying? And that should bring healing into your writing, because many people, if you got to try to result to fit in, that means that you lack identity. You see what I'm saying? Your identity. You mean either you're living in your design or you're out your mind. That's how my mentor told me. You're living in your true godly design or you're out your mind. So your writing will reflect where you at.
Come on now.
It will. You see what I'm saying? A double standard, a double-minded man
is unstable.
Ways. You got to be a standard. If you're going to be a standard, be a standard. You know what I mean? I ain't talking about this overly religious, super extra judgmental type extra stuff and all that, et cetera, et cetera. No.
Right.
We're not supposed to be overly religious and stiff and all that. We're supposed to be relevant to the people that we're supposed to impact. Show relevancy and love. And love is not being a pushover. You know what I mean? Even in the industry doing business, you can't bully your way into getting promotion. You can't bully your way into getting your product in certain places. That don't do nothing. You don't bully your way into stages. Nah. Diligence. Have you seen a man who's diligent? You know what I mean? right now. I mean,
Man, hey, man,
I'm not
Proverbs.
I'm not hurting. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying when it comes to that? You know what I mean? Opportunity after opportunity because I show myself diligent. I'm not even putting all this stuff out to brag. I'm showing you because I'm supposed to be an example. That's my job is to be an example. But in
And
urban
I've seen you.
gospel right now, who are examples? Or are we still listening to or trying to relive the past?
That's a
You know what I
good
mean?
question. Who is our examples,
Who is our
basically?
examples for the day? Who are the artists? Because every
Yeah,
time you say who's hot, they result back to people 15, 20 years ago.
right.
People that have been retired, they gray like me.
Come on, bro.
I'm not
And
knocking them, but who are the ones for today?
and I want to speak on that diligence. Proverbs 10:4. The diligent hand maketh rich. You know what I'm saying? Again, it goes back to those principles and
Right,
Proverbs, whether you
right.
saved or not.
And that's
Man,
what you're seeing. That's why you're seeing people doing things and getting results. They're planting seeds, they're watering, properly watering, and they're seeing the results of. You have seeds for every, you got to look at each single you got as a seed.
there you go.
Okay. You got to look at every talent that you have as a seed, as a vessel. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? You
Mm-hmm.
like the woman that had the 10 vessels that was pouring in, and she, you know what I'm saying, and she made the last cake,
Yep.
but then he blessed the vessels, and the vessels pulled the oil in there, and the vessels kept going, the oil kept flowing.
Mm.
That is a parable for every gift that you have in urban gospel. If you're a writer, if you are a producer, if you're an engineer, if you're a manager, if you're a graphic artist, if you're a graffiti artist, if you do street dance,
Come on now.
whatever the case may be, if you're a DJ, you know what I mean? You're doing mix shows, everything, every gift that you have is a vessel. And the reason why you do not go in there and keep the oil in your vessel. You're
Come
not
on.
pouring out and having faith in it.
Man,
You
man.
got to have faith in your vessels. You see what I'm saying? And the vessel, here's the thing about the vessel is the gift. The
Come on.
oil is your ability.
Come
You
on.
see what I'm saying? That's the gift. And if you do it properly, if you do what you do with diligence, your vessels will never go dry.
Amen, Ali.
Your
Yeah.
vessel will never go dry. If you a mix show DJ and you doing your thing, if you're a mix show DJ, you should be collecting. See, here's the problem. Here's the problem. Now, I'm scratching my head on this one.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
go
got
ahead.
any parties. We got people who are not doing what they're designed to do with the job in their job descriptions. DJs break records, regardless if you like it or not. You're
Speak
supposed to
that,
break
man.
the record. If you don't break the record, you can't be given the God button, yo. You can't be doing the God button, yo. I don't like this, so I ain't spinning it. Yo, you doing the God button just because you don't like it. Who made you the voice of the world? You may not like it, but it may be a hit. The hit, man. How many records that we heard on mainstream? Chicken noodle soup. I couldn't
Oh
stand this
man.
song, man. But yo, did it
Hey,
hit?
man, come on. For
Once
real.
it broke, and they kept marketing it. It
They
kept,
kept
and when I say that marketing budget was full.
there you go.
See, here's the thing.
Consistently.
We need again, if everybody do their job, everybody will eat.
Come on, man.
Everybody will eat if everybody do their job.
Man.
You, the DJ, trying to be the record label exec. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you give the DJs their props, but the DJs got to do their job. They got to
Correct.
do their job, what they're meant for. See, we're not doing what the industry as a whole do in our job descriptions. Artists need to be artists. DJs got to be true DJs.
Say that.
Managers got to be true managers. CEOs got to be really CEOs. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody got to do what they do. and we can see this genre go. I guess this is also the round the round table I was telling you about. We need to have some years ago, right?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I said we need to have an urban gospel of like a town
Summit
hall
some of
meeting.
that town. Yeah.
A town hall meeting. I guess it's a town hall meeting. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
I really hope that we
hey.
this
but
is the town hall. You know what I'm
I
saying?
just hope those that are watching and listening, that you actually go and apply these right here. Because yeah, we appreciate all the accolades, but again, it don't mean nothing if you don't apply them. Okay, those who have
Right,
not been marketing and promoting, spending money, again, spend some money. All right, just because you may know me or I Rock or others folks, don't mean that we're gonna do it
right,
for free. Okay,
right.
I mean, again, and then
Or
plus make some good music too. That's another issue. Make some good music.
if you can't afford it, there's another word that you use that the industry recognizes. What is that word? Bartering.
Bartering.
Bartering. I got this service. You
Right.
have this service. I need this service. You need this service. I
Come on.
can't pay you, but I can provide you this service.
Come
So
on, bro.
let's barter. You get what you want, I get what I want, and everybody wins. If you can't, that's business diligence. See, you know what I mean? If, for example, right? You have an artist that, you know what I'm saying, artist who's a producer, and I've done this a couple times with you, Ron.
Mm-hmm.
That we needed some promotion, but you needed some intros. You know what I mean? I
Right.
provided you we provided you with the promo
Yep.
or the intro for your stuff, for your show,
Right.
and you gave us promotion, and we got extra promotion because our voices and music was on the track.
There it is.
Smart bartering. It's smart bartering. You know what I
That's
mean? You
come
got
on.
DJs out there that need sound bites, and you dope at sound bites. Barter.
Come on.
Everybody wins.
Right.
Again, this is diligent business. Business. I'm giving you business 101. It gets no easier than this.
It gets no easier than this.
You know what I'm
Seriously.
saying? But if you sitting there, you know what I mean, we got to have everybody be willing. You got to be willing to tap in. You got to be willing to connect. You got to be willing, again, network to get work. You got a producer, right, who is dope. I saw my man T Wills. Big up
Yeah.
to you, T Will. Man,
Shout
that
outs
dude,
to you,
man,
T
he got to
Will.
be pretty right one of the nicest producers in the industry. A hidden jewel within North Carolina. The dude is dope.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's
And some
dope when
great
it comes to
artists out there.
production, yo. You know what I'm
Yes.
telling you? Yeah, I'm giving shout outs because give credit to where credit's due, give honor where honor's due. This dude is dope.
Definitely. Yes.
But
And
don't expect him to do your stuff for free. Don't expect, you know what I mean? Because Duke Power don't accept discounts
no, they don't.
as payment.
No.
And I'm
No.
pretty sure the rent man ain't gonna get it. You know what I mean? He got to feed his family. You got to
Right.
feed your family. Pay full price.
Definitely.
And if he decides to give you a deal, let him cut the deal instead of you telling him how to run his business. See, that's the problem in urban gospel again.
There you go. Speak that.
You know what I
Expecting
mean?
it.
Don't tell somebody how to run their business because your pockets is slim. You know what I mean?
Come on.
If your budget, yo, you come to me and I'm gonna be honest with you. And
That's
I don't
right,
mean
Chris.
I'm not gonna be cold. You can't afford my service, come back when you can.
There you go.
I have a retainer, and then on top of the retainer, this is how much it's gonna cost.
There you
You know what I
go.
mean? But I can guarantee you, once you pay that, you're gonna leave just like right now. You're gonna leave with some information. And let me tell you, these 2 hours, this is just the tip of the iceberg of what you can get. See, I'm giving you stuff so you could think about. Now, if you want to really learn and you want me to give you a plan, inbox me. Then
Come
we'll
on.
talk business. My son don't eat on discount. You know what I mean? These lights that you see, this Wi-Fi that we're using,
Right.
it ain't. I don't get that at a discount. I gotta pay full price.
There you
One
go.
thing that's more faithful than any person is bills.
That's
Pay
a good one.
every month and
Yes.
always on time.
Always
I
on.
need you to pay me right on time, and that's the thing we got to do for each other. Treat each other like business people.
Right.
Pay each other on time. You know what I
Right.
mean? And if you're
Come,
gonna be late, I mean, you're gonna be late. Okay, understandable. There's grace to
communicate.
make
You know what I'm saying?
communicate.
Communicate.
You know what I
So,
mean? So all I'm saying is this here: when we're talking about business, what you do outside of the business, I to each his own how you run your life. But in this journey of business,
mhm.
be diligent.
Diligent.
And going back to that friends, do not allow your friends to become your frenemies because you all can't do business together as people.
Come
You know what
on,
I
bro.
mean? Who's diligent.
Come on.
You know what I mean? Everybody got to do what? Stay in their lane.
Yes.
Stay in your lane. Don't
And
try to block anybody else from getting what somebody else a favor. Okay, if you want to do a favor for someone, I get it, I understand. Don't get mad because somebody else getting favor you didn't.
come on, bro.
Your
Come
time
on.
will come. See, all these things that these are the things when I say we need to grow up. This to grow up. Be pouting and getting mad and fussing and hollering at and now cussing. You know, you
Yeah,
said
cussing in Christian hip
cussing and
hop.
fussing and
Like
whatnot and
seriously.
calling each other. You know what I'm saying? Handle business. Let's handle business. Let's do
Yes.
business. Let's show the industry because we're in the industry.
The
Everybody
music
want to show the
industry.
world, but let's show the industry first that we're mighty.
Come on.
We got the number. And here's the thing: it's been proven that people buy the product.
There you go.
You see what I'm saying? But you keep marketing to your friends.
All right, Chris. Bless you, brother.
Hey, my brother, Mr. White, appreciate it, bro. Thank you. You keep marketing to your friends. You got to find out who's your target market. These are
Target
words you need to
audience.
understand. Target marketing.
Yep.
Target marketing. Again, marketing, but you got to target market.
Target. That's
You know what I'm
it.
saying? That goes into some research. You know what I mean? Because many are case of I'll just be let me say what I did. Let me tell you a mistake I made. All right. We had a gig in Florida. I didn't do my research in that area in Florida.
Mhm.
That area was NASCARville. That was NASCAR area.
Oh, okay. I think I
NASCAR
remember that
area.
story.
That ain't the area for urban gospel. You know what I mean? That's if you're gonna do, you gotta break in, you gotta properly break yourself before you come. So we did, we went in there and did it and did that. We did what we do, you know what I mean? And some of the people walked out. Why? And then the guy that mentored me said, you didn't study the area. You didn't study the area before you came. You came like you normally come. Well, you invited me. This is what you got. But the person who invited us, and it's up to me. How about them? Oh man, Lord. The
he need
person who
prayer.
invited me, the ones who invited me, I didn't do what I need to do to show myself diligent in regards to that market. So you got to show yourself diligent in the markets that even when it comes to marketing, you got to show yourself to know how to market yourself, how to market your product. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He that till his land shall have plenty of bread. He that follows after the vain person shall have poverty enough.
Come
That is one
on,
of my
bro.
favorite scriptures.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Proverbs 28:19.
Come on,
You
bro.
know what I'm saying? I believe, yes, that is. 28:19, I believe that is. Let's do.
Yeah, Proverbs 20. Man, hey.
Let
And
me
again,
make sure I got that all right. Let me
yeah.
make sure. Nobody
And
said
again,
he said the wrong scripture. You know how people do.
till the land. Yeah, being diligent. Again, the key word you're getting down tonight is
Here you
diligence.
go.
Diligent.
Proverbs 28:19.
28:19.
Okay,
Yeah.
and I'm right. And let me say it in the International Standard Version. Whosoever works his farmland will have abundant food, but whosoever chases fantasies will become very poor. And how do you chasing fantasies?
Showcases.
Putting albums out there and ain't market nothing.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? The only market that you do is the week of. I'm putting out a new mid 2
Ah.
years late. That's
Come
chasing
on.
fantasies. Putting your product out on social network only, chasing fantasies. You have to till your land. He that till his land. How do you till your land? You got to properly market.
The
You see what I'm
process.
saying? You got to market and have a budget to market according to what you want your impact to be. You see what I'm saying? If you want to have a major impact, if you need to save up money, and for some, And no matter how you do it, if you're gonna have a side gig, you're gonna have a second business, it's gonna be to fund this business. If you're gonna work overtime, what are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? There's some things you got to do to make sure you have the funds, you know what I mean? And stop looking for the pie in the sky, the sweet thing. Have
Mm-hmm.
the money to be able to pay for to till your land. And what urban gospel artists don't do, they don't till their land. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-mm-mm.
And even here's another part of promotion that you can do that you need to work, and that is taking your music after it's set up properly with publishing and all these things, and you got everything set up. You got it set up with an ASCAP, BMI, and everywhere else that you know what I mean. And your producer has placed I'll get their own
Mm-hmm.
ISRC number on there.
Oh,
You know what I mean? We'll
yeah,
talk
yeah, yeah.
about that. Producers, and I'll get with that with producers. Producers, you got to start. Urban gospel artists, you producers got to start. You got to, if you haven't, you got to invest in yourself to get your WIA number. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. So you can start doing your own ISRC codes, so we can stop allowing the C babies and them buying ISRC codes and the aggregators getting the credit instead of you getting the credit for your work as a producer. Because here's the thing: talk about leasing beats. Okay, we'll get to that. We'll get about the leasing beats. And thank you, sir. Yes, ISRC codes. We have urban gospel producers who don't have their fingerprints on the tracks that they produce. What do I mean? There's a WIA number that you get. I have my own. I got mine when it was free. Now you got to pay to get it. ISRC numbers are formed through your WIA, and the only ones that can get this number are music producers. Music producers, beat makers, however you want to talk. They're the ones who get this number, and now you got to pay to get this code to create ISRC numbers. And the producer, when you produce it, they are supposed to issue your own ISRC number. And also, what does this mean for the producer? This is also for the producer a stream of income.
There you go.
How? Because other people will need ISRC numbers that you can assign and charge for the man. I'm telling you, hot dog it. I'm giving you the answers to the test. Music producer, you don't just got to get money through production. You can get money through issuing ISRC codes, but you got to get your WIA number. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
It's all right, and artists can have their own. Can they? I thought it was just with music producers, but you said artists can have their own. Well, then artists, I stand corrected. Thank you, Miss Mary, Miss Goldsman. So everybody need to get their own. The code. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
RIAA, that code. You get the WIA number. You be able to assign your own ISRC numbers, and you don't have to use the one from CD Baby, DistroKid, and all. You don't got to use theirs, because what happens? They get the credit when it comes to the spins. It goes back to them. It goes to, instead of the producer getting, and this is how the producer also, he's able to track how to get paid. You see what I'm saying? And if you have to pay, it's not free. Hint, hint. Yes. Again, invest in yourself.
There you go.
You know
And let's talk about these lease beats.
Okay, lease beats. Lease beats. When you leasing these tracks, man, you leasing, they ain't yours. They don't belong to you. They ain't even exclusive to you. And what a lot of these cats are doing now, they've gotten smart. The ones that's leasing them, it is worth it. But however, multiple people are gonna have that same lease beat unless you make it exclusive. If you're gonna look to make it exclusive, you're gonna have to pay.
That's
You're
what
gonna
it
have to
boils
pay
down
for
to.
that. I was just talking to another artist about that who leased the beat. And she was like, I want to have this exclusive. Okay, if you want to have it exclusive, then you got to pay, because what they're doing all these provisions. You only get so many amount. There's so many. They got these contracts now that you only get certain provisions. You can only make so much money with leased beats. I don't know if you see some of these contracts. It's
Oh,
not.
okay, man. No,
It's
no,
not
she meaning
listed.
the ISRC code. Yeah, it is worth it. Yeah, that's what she was saying it
Oh,
too.
okay. My correction. Now, when they're talking about these lease, they have this. I was reading a contract where this person can only make a certain amount. They had a cap in how much money they can make.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? A lot of these producers, you know what I mean? If you do over a certain amount, you got to give them points. I don't know if y'all know about points. When it come down to point, you got to give up so much credit, points, and money. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? When you leasing these beats, it ain't the same anymore. Where you could just, you know what I'm saying, write down a little something, say a little something. You can research. You can research the beat. You must do your due diligence. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
do your due diligence to see how many people are using that same track. And on that lease beat, does the producer have their own? Has it been assigned ISRC numbers? Because here's the thing about the ISRC numbers. For every time, if you do, and even with the lease track, if that lease track has any type of adjustments, arrangements, any change, additives, or whatever, that's a new ISRC code.
Yeah.
Just for the track itself, without the lyrics being on it. So you got to do your due diligence and see how many times, you know what I'm saying? And you have to ask the producer. These are questions you need to ask the producers. And the producers should have no problem answering these questions. They shouldn't get hostile. You know what I mean?
Right.
And sometimes it's simple.
Hey,
It is.
Shazam. Hey, I love Shazam.
So all I'm saying is, at the end of the day, when you're doing lease tracks, you're gonna lease these tracks, but they're gonna be provisions that the producers have. And there's nothing wrong with leasing them if that's where you're at for now. But at some point, you know what I mean, and even now, and I don't even know if you all are keeping up what's happening in Washington when it comes to copyrights. You know what I mean? As you are leasing these tracks, and as you are, especially for those who are doing mixtape, you got to really know who these people are. You know what I'm saying? Because people now are suing.
Mm. Now, whether they get any money or
Yes,
not, it's a different story.
you
Having
know
your
what I'm
own
saying?
IP,
They're suing,
that's right, Danny.
and I believe now there's a provision out there for those who have infringement. The person who's been infringed upon, I think, is what is it? It ain't like 5,000. I think it's over. It's over about, what was it, $20,000 to $40,000 they get
$20,000 to $40,000.
for copyright infringement
Oh
for
wow,
those who are using other people's stuff. You know what I'm
wow.
saying? It's funny how when I get
Yeah,
exactly,
it kind of loses
exactly.
its value, to be honest with you.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So here's the thing about it, man. You got to make sure, even when you're doing lease tracks, that you got your contract. That's the main thing I want to really focus on. You have a signed contract between yourself and the producer. You know what I mean? Oh,
Oh, 10 years,
uh,
man.
okay, there it is. There it is. Thank you, Mr. Smith. Appreciate you, bro. I thought it was
Wow.
40. You said 100K, up to 100K.
Wait a minute. So this the person that's being sued. This could happen to them.
Yes, yes. These are the
Man,
provisions they're doing with what just happened with the old administration. They put this into place. Am I right, Mr. Smith? This just
man,
was initiated in the last administration, right?
man. And Danny is the research king here. So yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure he'll come with the answer and all that. But wow, that is something. Yeah, yeah.
Right. But the last what you call the last administration just did this. The Trump administration, they really hit it hard. I mean, they were going hard. It was just back and forth. And they finally came up with this. Okay.
I mean, no,
So
that's the same answer he gave. I'll just put him at 10 years in prison or $100,000 fine.
okay.
Wow.
So what I
Hmm.
really want you to understand is when you are, if you don't have again, what you said, due diligence, if you're not showing yourself diligent, and
Hmm.
anybody can come to you and you can see that number, that 100K, that 100 stack, and I already know, as independent artists, you ain't got 100 stacks. You don't have 10 years to give of your life.
Mm.
So you can either look at it like this here, and for those that keep on, you know what I'm saying, jacking beats and biting styles, You really got to. You are putting your career, your finances, and your time at risk. Nah,
Mm.
man, I just use that. You know what I mean? I just put that on this. And if these people really, because what they're doing at first, what many people are doing, they're giving common courtesy and asking you, or they're asking YouTube to strike it down.
Yeah, I've been
If
seeing
you put
that.
it on
Seen a lot of that lately.
YouTube, they're just striking it down automatically. You keep going, and they find out that you making money off of it or doing something. Even if you ain't got to be making money, just using their stuff, you're in violation. You see what I'm
Copyright
saying?
infringement.
So
Wow.
if you are leasing beats, and you don't got the paperwork to show, you're putting yourself at risk. So even as a producer, the producers got to be diligent. Everybody's connected. You're affected inadvertently or on purpose. So everybody needs to know and understand when you're leasing, and then and when you're talking about leasing beats, you need to be very, very upfront about how long you're going to lease the beat for, what the purpose for, and all this. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. I thought that. Yeah, there. Yep. I remember
Thank you,
reading the
Danny.
article. Yep, and we was in a full discussion in regards to that right there.
Yeah. Hey.
When it hit the wire, people was tripping. And here's the thing: they were worried that they were going to get some fraudulent, and it just opened the door. That's why they were trying to keep it from happening, because they didn't want, they were going to claim that, because anything can be claimed as infringement now. Anything, not just music,
Wow.
anything. If your logo look the same or anything, if you whatever, if you are a creator,
Mm.
you need to cover yourself as a producer. Cover yourself when it comes to your tracks. Oh, glad you said that. Glad I said that. Thank you, Lord. Okay, producers. I know producers, especially. I know you're excited about your craft. I know you are excited about your work. You see what I'm saying? But when you put your stuff on the net and you don't cover yourself by having the copyrights registered, you're just giving those avenues to go ahead and take it. Those that got the budget and got the know-how, you putting your stuff on there, and you know what I'm saying? People need to get
Right.
away from leasing beats. I just told it. Right. Establish a relationship with a producer that you can work with. You know what I mean? It's just simple. But when you as the producer, man, every time you putting your stuff out there and you putting on the gram and giving everybody a sample, you also gave a producer with producer's block. You gave them a sample, especially if you don't have a copyright that registered. People out here, they're looking for the next hot this, next hot that, and next thing you know, you know what I mean? If you don't have all your stuff in order, but you just putting stuff out there and you live in the studio, you are producing live. And here's the thing: you see these other producers do it, who are a part of these labels. They're not putting this stuff out without this stuff already being registered. They're not doing this stuff with this stuff already being set up. You know what I'm saying? You're getting yourself stuck by putting your stuff out there. As soon as you produce it, you put out there another hot one. I got another hot one on the cooker. Okay. Somebody else is going to have that. So all I'm going to say is this here. Be sure you're covering yourself as you are producing your tracks. Be sure you're covering yourself as you are. It doesn't take long for you to do that. You can do it on the net. You can do it on your phone. You know what I mean? You can do a full library. You know, I think it tops off at 10 or 12 songs or something like that. But you could do those tracks and get everything done as a sound recording and get the copyright registered, and you can do whatever you want after that. Especially if you establish yourself an account with the Library of Congress.
Wow. Yeah.
The sound recording. I get free beats. They can't. But what you can do, you can put the sound record, you can cover yourself. The arrangement. Am I not correct? Right. Because you can do it. You can do your tracks as sound record. You can do the sound recordings that you can put in. You can put into the Library of Congress as the sound recordings.
Wow.
Anyway,
Then it says will be considered finished work.
say it again.
Oh, having a little technical difficulties here and things.
These are considered finished work.
I'm gonna-
Okay. So how would they consider themselves covered? I can't see anybody now. Because once they finish that arrangement, then if that arrangement is there, then they need to set it up with someone so it's have some type of recording. Ron's not here, but I'm gonna keep going. Okay, now again, once we get everything, got 15 minutes left. 15 minutes left. You back? All I'm gonna say is make sure as a producer you do your due diligence to cover yourself as a producer, because there are other producers who are jacking styles. If your stuff is hot, it's gonna get got if you ain't covering yourself. Is Ron back? Are you back?
Hey,
Okay. Last thing. I think we have 15 minutes. Now, if any questions, please share questions. I don't know where Ron went. But now, okay. Now, if you back?
okay, yeah, I'm back now. Okay, cool.
Okay, cool. Anything you want to say before I go on?
Oh, hey man, hey man, you doing a great job. Hey, yeah, we got 12 minutes, so hey, get your questions in. Danny, yeah, man, I'll bring you on real quick and things. But yeah, hey, there's a question from oh no, okay, no, that's Mary just making a comment. But no, go ahead on.
Exactly. And oh yeah, here you go. I did want to say this here. I'm glad she said that. It's not in there, but since you said that, when you are doing collaborations with other artists, producers, whatever, you need to have that collaboration agreement in place. You see what I'm saying? You need to have some black and white done with the numbers, with Harvard, with the splits are and all that stuff, and what happens and the payouts and all that. That needs to be recorded. Need to have them contracts in place. See, a lot of our urban gospel artists don't do contracts. They avoiding contracts, just doing things based on handshake and this, that, and the third. And anybody that has worked with me know that I had them sign contracts in regards to collaboration agreements. You need to have some collaboration agreements in place. You see what I'm saying? Because I've seen even if you all are working together on a team, you're part of the same level, you still got to have your paperwork in place.
Mm-hmm.
Still got to have, because everybody needs to know what the payout's going to be. You know what I'm saying? What they're going to claim, and immediately afterwards, please. How you doing?
Yeah, me, D-Ray, the producer there.
All right.
Yes. Yeah, no, go ahead. Go ahead, Bernard. Finish your thought, and then I guess
No.
D-Ray want to say something.
Contracts, even if you have with DJs or whoever the case, if you have someone that is on there doing sound, whatever the case may be, if it's whoever got a sound on the song that's the contributing, you need to if either going to be for hire or they're going to have their splits.
Good. Come on.
Lose the love when they
Yeah. Exactly. That is true.
They need to have the splits. How much is there going to be? How much everybody's going to get? Who's going to do what? What publishing company is going to get what as far as publishing company, if you have multiple publishing companies working. And this is why it is important that urban gospel artists have publishing companies. If you're an artist, you need to also have your own publishing as an artist.
And that's what you talked about early on, that publishing company. All right.
Right.
Again, guys, say everything Bernard is saying, he's actually doing it. I've seen it. That I've known him since, well, I think 2006 or 7. One of
Right.
them. And again, he has been conducting business the way it should be. And I didn't say he got it right all the time, but he learned through the process.
Yes,
Okay.
learn from my mistakes. I made many mistakes. Many,
Yeah.
many mistakes. Missed money, paid money. That shit that could have been going to the marketing budget, and
Right.
paid money to go to award shows that could have been in the marketing budget. I mean,
Basically making some of the same mistakes that some of y'all are making today. All right.
Right.
Again, all right, it's time to grow up. Hey, we got 2 producers on here. All right.
Okay.
Again, and 2 producers and a DJ. Hey, go ahead, D-Ray, man. What you want to say?
Hey, first of all,
Welcome.
great show, guys.
Yes, sir.
Mr. BU, I this is my first time meeting you. I
Yes,
was
sir.
kind of casually in the comments, and I'm just going, okay, that's right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. So everything that you was dropping, 100% true. But I wanted to clear up the copyright issue, because what you do, and if you're a beat maker, the actual beat that you just created, especially if you're not using samples, if you're using samples, that's a whole nother separate conversation.
Yeah.
All right. That's because you can't really copyright that yet anyway. You got to go through a whole nother process, especially if you don't have permission first. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. But if you're an actual producer that's actually creating your own sounds, creating your own patches or whatever, until you actually put that on a disc or something to send into the Library of Congress and give it a name as it's a song, it cannot be copyrighted. Because at that point, before that point, it's just an idea, and you cannot copyright an idea. You can copyright a song. You can copyright a poem. Okay, you can copyright lyrics, because it can, you can call it a poem, you can call it prose, you can call it whatever it is.
Yeah.
But you cannot copyright an idea. And where a lot of desperate producers make mistakes, they're sending ideas to people, right, that they cannot track. And you're giving creative people ideas to go off and do whatever they want to do with them.
Good stuff.
And you're not going to get any return on that. That's a desperate move.
And it makes money on somebody else's pocket.
Exactly. Exactly. And so let me go back to the sample real quick. Man, we need to do another show on this. Or we need to, as a matter of fact, you need to come on Thursday night, the music industry makeover. But let me go back to the sample thing real quick. There was new legislation that was just passed maybe 2 or 3 months ago. There was a whole situation with Tracy Chapman.
Oh, yes.
And
remember that.
And I think it was Nicki Minaj.
Nicki,
all right. And Nicki Minaj had a track, and her producer, basically he basically sampled Tracy Chapman's song "Fast Car" from like the 80s.
Yeah,
right?
I remember that.
Did it with no permission.
Yeah.
Because in their mind and in their thinking, oh, this is Nicki Minaj, right? This is gonna sell 20 million. We'll throw 500,000 at her after we're done. She'll be fine with it. Tracy Chapman is not that tight. She's like, nope, you didn't ask me first. Not only am I going to sue you, I'm gonna sue you and I'm gonna sue you for even having it on your computer, having it on your digital audio workstation, but without my permission. That case has now changed the law that you can't even put a registered sample in your project without asking permission first.
Boom.
Wow.
You can't even. I'm a Logic Pro guy.
Right.
Mr. BU, you look like a Logic Pro guy. You might be a Pro Tools guy, Studio One, whatever. You cannot import that audio into your DAW and to chop it, screw it, whatever you want to do to it without permission now. And that is where we are with samples. That is where we are with copyright law. And mind you, what I was saying before when you were asking about the penalties for copyright law, it is 10 years and up to $100,000. That means not only are you going to get some time, you could get some time. You're gonna have to pay up some money, or it could
Yep.
be both.
Yep.
In the
Wow.
most egregious of cases, that is per song. So
Mm,
think
mm,
about them,
mm.
and if you really are interested, guys, if you really want to know about this, I want you to look and Google. I think it was about maybe 7 or 8 years ago. There were some DJs in Atlanta that I don't remember their names, but the feds raided their spot and confiscated all of their mixtapes because their mixtapes had unlicensed samples and unregistered music or whatever. I want you to go back and research. This is your homework for those of us, those that follow us on Thursday nights. Go back and look and see what kind of time these guys got and how much how many
Wow.
fines they had to pay because it was per, not only just per disc, per song per disc.
That's a lot of charges.
That's a lot of
Yeah,
man. Again, sample
sir.
music, guys, which
Sure.
shows you need to go back to your creative genius that God has given you. Stop copying somebody else because DJs really don't like to be playing sample music. We like originality, good music.
Right.
So
Right.
stop being lazy. It's time to grow up. Bottom line.
That same algorithm that will shut you down on Facebook when
Yep.
you're playing something is the same algorithm that reports to a record company that you just use something without permission. It's the same one. It's the same one, and it's always listening. When you
Always.
always here is the major trick, and I know we're running up against the clock. Here's the major trick that people don't understand, especially if you have an Android device or if you have an if you have a Android or an iPhone. Anytime you download an app, you give that app permission to monitor anything and everything that's on that phone. You download software on your computer, you're giving those people permission to monitor any and everything that's on your computer. So guess what happens when you start using digital information, right? And you're connected to the web and you're using it with no permission. Guess what happens? And I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it there.
My. Man, great information here. This was a special edition of Culture Kings. All these three kings up here, man.
Whoa, whoa, wait a
Man,
minute. I actually made it on Culture Kings. Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever. That's what's up. Huh? Oh, that's copyrighted, man. Oh, hey, oh man. Oh,
So
hey,
Shout out to Disney. Shout
yeah.
out to Marvel.
Hey, go ahead, BU, man. Go ahead.
I want to say, in regards to what he's saying, and where we are now, and you're seeing all these, and if you listen to mainstream radio, a lot of the music is being it's not even a sample. They're just using the track, a portion of the track, and just putting a little beat around it. The operative phrase you want to know: mechanical licensing. They're paying the mechanicals, even for your own, okay? Even for your own, because we was approached while we was in Europe. Someone approached us and wanted one of their artists to perform one of our songs. That is mechanical licensing as well. I will get mechanical royalties for someone using the song and performing. See, there are ways, again, for artists. There are other people who will cover your music if you properly market your music. There's so many ways to see. Here's what one guy asked. And if you're in business, you got to ask yourself about business. Do you want to be rich or do you want to be king? You're not going to be both. You're not going to be both. So if you're in the urban gospel industry, no matter what are you doing, because I'm sticking to urban gospel, that's where we at.
That's right.
If you want to be rich, that means you're going to be diligent and do your business and you know what I'm saying, till your land. If you want to be seen, you want to be king. A lot of and when we're talking about industry, you could be seen. Look at all the artists that we thought was balling, and they died broke.
Come on, bro.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Those were kings. We
Absolute
call them
fact.
the king of hip hop, the best this, but they died with nothing. And they only became famous and gained their estates gained money because of what? We got people, we miss you, dot. But while they were living, they were broke. They weren't rich because they weren't diligent. Many of them had bad contracts. And many people sign these 300, 360 deals that's taking everything, a piece of everything. Label don't deserve that. They don't deserve what you get from this side marketing deal that you got as an endorser. They don't deserve that. But if you do a 360 deal, you got the label gets a piece. Look, so you got to look. If you're going to do this industry as an independent, be diligent. You see what I'm saying? Man. You need to be, and for some, if you want, you need to be. If you need to, you may need to go be standing in Congress and fighting for some of your rights. You see what I'm saying? Even in urban gospel, I say that as a whole, we all need to go up in there and be fighting for some of these music rights. And then you don't even know, and this is a part of what you're in, this industry of entertainment, you need to know who's currently fighting for your music rights. If you don't know who's fighting for your music rights, then you're not really in tune into the industry. If you're not going to somebody, instead of going to some of these award shows, you need to be going to some of these ASCAP and BMI workshops. You need to be going to these ASCAP, BMI, CSAC conferences and rubbing elbows and asking questions with those who are really in the places that can answer your questions. Because I'm going to tell you out the gate, nobody at no gospel shows is answering any entertainment questions that you have. None. They ain't giving it to you. What they want to know is, how can they make money off of you? And who are you?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You walk up to some of these people, they look at you like, man, who are you?
Bruh, I just shared an article with Ron this morning from the BBC that it said that the music industry made $6 billion last year and artists received 16% of it.
During a pandemic.
During the pandemic. Do the math. Do the math.
And then how much does gospel get?
Gospel gets less than 10%. Matter of fact, it gets less than 5%.
And how much does urban gospel get?
Less than 1%.
Whoa, that's almost nothing.
So we're talking a multi-billion-dollar industry. You can't even get the tithe amount. You know what I'm saying? We can't even get the tithe amount as a genre. You see what I'm saying? That has to change. That's what today is for. Hopefully,
yes.
Hopefully, people that are listening will we can come together and become cohesive. See, here's the thing: we gotta, just like they're selecting who goes viral, we need to select who goes viral in our own genre.
There you go.
You see what I'm saying? Here's a hot artist. Everybody needs to flock behind these people who are diligent. Not because they're your friends, not because it is, but because this is a good face for us. DJs, here's a good face for us. Labels, this is a good face for us. Here's a good face for us in management. Man, do you think it's coincidence that King James, we're gonna say King James, his management, his representative is just so happens to be the #1 guy in the NBA? Why? Because his name is being broadcast.
Yep.
Who are we broadcasting as a whole to be our face? Because the face that we had, he gone. Adios. He ain't even claiming it.
Nah.
You see what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Man, brother, we got DJs fighting over quartet music. So, we got some problems.
Yeah.
So it's the thing now is, you know what I mean? You got people in select places. You know what I mean? Gospel USA magazine right here. You got Culture Kings. You got the DJs here. There's a part of the DJ network. If we all come together and show a united front, we don't need, you know what I mean? You don't need the Grammys to make money.
Come on now.
You don't.
Or the Stellas.
Your man said it already. What's my man? My man got on there and said it. You know what I'm saying? Made everybody feel some kind of way about the Grammys. You don't need. You said just be. Push hard, work hard. Don't you know that, man? There is a whole there's an audience right now in Japan who would love your product. They will love urban gospel product, but are anybody marketing to Japan? I don't think so. And if they are, it's a very few number. You see what I'm saying? And jump up and Japan, I think it's the number 2 or number 3 market in regards to residuals. Who's buying the product? You sending your stuff to Istanbul, they like number 50, 11 down the line. But the top 3, America, Japan, and Europe. Top 3. You know what I'm saying? Japan and Asia, you need to be getting your stuff over there. You need to see how to get it over there. And I can show you for some consulting fees.
There you go. And we just gave you two hours of our time here. And unless you got more to say, other than that, hey, we're gonna cut this.
I got plenty more to say, but I mean, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying, I don't know what you want to do.
It's up to you. It's up to you.
I'm good, man. Because I want people to get as much as they can this sponge. I can do a little bit more time. It doesn't matter to me, but I do want you to know, really, you know what I'm saying? If when we had a DJ, so we have our own DJ setup.
Yes, we do.
People DJs, you know what I mean? Who's our leading DJ? Don't answer me. But we need to know who's the guy because the man who was his vision came and he passed right before he saw his vision come to pass. Right. That was you know what I'm saying, respects out to DJ Lace. Yes. You know what I mean? He worked hard to see it go into, and he died the night before it went down. You know what I mean? So much respect to him. Yeah. But who took his place? Who's the one who's gonna make it cohesive in the DJs and the managements? Where, and then in regards to platforms, we ain't even talk about platforms, Ron. Man, we got to have more platforms in regards to our own.
I'm gonna tell you, the problem is a lot of these artists, they don't value the platforms that we have. They'll rather go on mainstream to get their stuff on there compared to celebrating what you have here. Okay, and that's what a lot of us DJs have been talking about.
But see, the mainstream treat a lot of urban gospels like, you know what I'm saying, like how the churches treat some of these people, like it's at the kiddie table. It's nice, it's cute. Correct. We're gonna put this in because we gotta give God his just due. You see what I'm saying? Right. But when we're talking about our own, you got these brothers doing gospel skate night. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no artists coming making no appearances. Man, you know what I mean? Right. You have nobody that was, you have nobody. They're making no appearances. There's no interviews or interviews. We should have a lot of interviews by a lot of DJs that's dope. You know what I mean? Right. Right. It's now, and here's the thing. We have up and coming artists, but if the babies are not crying like we thought they should, if a baby's not crying, then the ministry and industry is dying. If we don't have more DJs that's coming up that is dedicated urban gospel DJs, then that portion is dying. If we don't have urban gospel artists that are really true to the niche, then that portion is dying. If we don't have any more labels that are urban gospel labels, then that is dying. Because let me tell you, y'all, I just spoke with a gentleman, right? And this gentleman is well known. He's one of the gentlemen that co-founded the Truly Media. If you know anything about Truly Media, that thing blew up very, very, very big over some time. It did. And this gentleman took me on as a mentee. And let me tell you, he said out of his own mouth, there's a need for a label for urban gospel. And we're talking about somebody who was CBS, NBC.
Yeah, you told me about that.
You see what I'm saying? So let me tell you, for those who feel like the labels are dead, they're not. They're not dead. My man just said they made a couple of $1 billion during a pandemic. Executives got paid. Bonuses were issued out. Artists got zero, and executives got. See, we got to have labels that are really of integrity. Label executives that are about integrity, that
There you
will
go.
include the DJs, that would include the marketing teams instead of going out. I mean, we got marketing avenues here. Ron got a marketing
Mhm.
company. We got other people that got marketing. You see what I'm
Mhm.
saying? We don't always got to depend on, you know what I'm saying, the things that I got to put into. I'm trying to get to the streets. Nah, man. If you do what you do best, delegate the rest, till your land, work your ground. Because I know in Raleigh, it's Raleigh right here in Raleigh. When Lecrae and the crew came through, they packed out 7,000 in the venue. That's in Raleigh.
Mhm.
That's Raleigh. Between 5 and 7K people that was there. You see what I'm saying? So you can't
Right.
tell me that people ain't paying. You just marketing to your friends
There
and
it
your
is.
label mates.
I'm gonna do what I normally do. I'm gonna throw a grenade at you, sir.
Go ahead.
Of the 7 to 9,000 that showed up to Lecrae, how much you want to bet that most of them were white?
Ah.
Of course, he knew his audience. Those are the ones that you go to. Let's just be honest.
Let's just be honest.
If we being candid,
Hey.
a lot of
And
black churches ain't paying you.
if you really want to talk about it, let's
Yeah,
talk
You're
about it. I
marketing
mean,
to the wrong people. Didn't
exactly.
say that earlier before?
We sure did.
Know your target market. Who loves urban gospel? If you don't know the pattern, just look at your homeboy and see what he did. Well,
Come on.
he connected. Nah, man. Marketing.
There it is.
If you get the right marketing to the right youth leader, to this, and even when it comes to tie-ins, you're trying to tie into the mainstream when we got Christian studios that are producing movies.
Movies.
You see what I'm saying? Motion. How many movies has been out that's faith-based? Too many. And they're growing. But you're not doing your due diligence to find out who are the music supervisors within that. These are phrases you need to know. Music supervisors. And yo, here's the thing, right? Say you got my man, you're a producer, right? D-rated producer. D-rated producer got a full line of those he produced for. Y'all come together, do an agreement, and say, man, we're going to take this library, we're going to submit it. Somebody's going to be the contact. We're not going to worry about who does what, because if you get it, we all eat. We're going to submit this library to this music supervisor and tell him, look, we got this whole library of music right here of artists. Please add this to your library and become a direct connect.
Come on, bro.
You ain't got to go through no third party. And I was telling another artist that night, you got to go through this person. No, you don't. You call the studio, call the sound stage, what the sound stage is, ask for the music supervisor, establish relationship with that music supervisor. Have your song completed, have it registered, have it set up with the promotion, marketing, and all that stuff. Let them know that you're serious about what you do. Have your publishing set up. Have your ASCAP and BMI, have either one set up. Have everything set up. Have your paperwork in order with whomever you collaborated with. If you got the DJ doing a feature on them, make sure he gets his just due.
Yep. Like,
He
all
or
right,
she, they
Jesus.
just do. If they doing like a cameo, let everybody get paid. Submit that library, and everybody will eat eventually if one song gets picked up. See, what's happening is we're seeing everybody ooh and ah, one here, one here, one here. You know what I'm saying? One out of a million getting hits when no one's telling each other, not sharing. You see what I'm saying? In Ezekiel, it talks about it in Ezekiel. Ezekiel talks about when the fat, but they were talking about when the ones that got the grass, they get the grass and they get the good water, get the good grass, and you trample on, and everybody else, you got fat and you got the skinny cattle.
Yeah,
Everybody's skinny because the ones that have got it, they didn't share or they didn't provide for the ones who need.
Come on,
so
bro.
What we got to do is be able to take the information we have and recycle it. You see what I'm saying? We can have in urban gospel alone, we can have our own circulation of funds if you do it right.
Come on, man.
We can
It can be
circulate
done.
funds within not just urban gospel, but then the gospel industry. It can circulate within the gospel industry
That's right,
because
Mary.
if that movie goes, if this movie goes on Netflix and people are watching it on Netflix, you get a royalty check.
Mm-hmm.
DJ producing, he get a royalty check. Artists get a royalty check. Everybody gets a royalty check. And why?
Change your
Because you got to
mindset, y'all.
tie in. The word is tie-ins. Tie-ins is another way to make money. If you ain't on stage, you can get money. And tie-ins, and when you have your music is tied in to something, your music travels farther than you can by yourself. Your voice has just carried further than you can put your feet. As a producer, your music just carried. Man, I'm gonna be this.
Well, man,
You're not gonna believe this.
Man, you feeling it.
I didn't believe this, man. You know what I'm saying? There's this one,
Right, Chris.
and I have like so much respect for her. So much respect for her. She is making six-digit numbers off of one song that she has recycled over 20 years, son. No album. One song. She has rearranged the same song. Took that song and allowed them to, and they picked her song to be the theme song for one of the shows in Europe. And all she did was every time throughout the decades, as things switched up, rearranged the song, got a new track produced for it, and released the same song.
Wow.
She's getting royalty checks off of one track. How many tracks have you put out?
About 20.
And you ain't in 6 digits. This woman is making 6 digits. She's eating off of one track. Not to mention the other things that she got going on. You see what I'm saying? And that one track not only get the tie-in, it's also being played in different countries because she set it up that way. You know what I mean?
Till the ground.
Then, let's see, like, right, you're in Africa. You need to find out why you're in Africa. Who's the reporting agency in Africa? You're in Japan. You need to find out because ASCAP and BMI, they ain't reaching out there. You got to find out who's local in that area as producers, as writers, as producers and writers and publishing companies. You got to find out if everybody is set up properly in each country that you plan to be in. What's the use of having your stuff playing on Spotify, but you ain't set up as an artist to be able to collect in that country?
Facts.
You missing money on the back end. You see what I'm saying? I really hope you understand. This is, again, due diligence. You got to put in your due diligence to be able to, if you want to eat, this is how the majors eat. I'm telling you how the majors eat. They have everything to have things set up, and it may take time for you. Okay, you got your music in London. What is the reporting? What is the report? The ASCAP or BMI for London? What is the ASCAP or BMI for Africa? What's the ASCAP and BMI for Japan? What's the ASCAP and BMI for Europe and other places? South America. What's the ASCAP and BMI? Because you got to go register with each one of them. I'm telling you what I know now. And this is how you eat. This is how you win within yourself, not win over somebody else. You tell somebody how to do it. You do it, show success, and then pass it on. That's the wealth of what I'm giving you is the wealth of the wicked, which is laid up for the just. It ain't the money, it's the knowledge.
The knowledge.
You know what I mean?
Use
And
knowledge.
not just the knowledge, practical application. Information, revelation without application causes frustration. You got people that got a piece of information, they got it revealed to them that they need to do this, but they don't know how to apply it, so they're frustrated with their industry. They're frustrated with their position. They're frustrated with how they are, or their career has went all this way, and you feel like, oh, woe is me. Nah, information, revelation without application causes frustration. You don't have to be frustrated no more. Yeah, people like myself, D-Ray, the producer, DJ Ron, and other people, and if y'all doing this every Thursday, y'all should be on there getting free classes. Free classes, y'all. This is free class. What I'm doing right here, this is you can just consider. I'll be the big brother. Let you know. Slap your hand. Get in class. Get in class. Get in class before it start. Before it. See, you got to get it when it's free. Because
that public
after a while, when
education
it becomes hot, then it comes with cost. I'm telling you how it goes. Culture Kings right now is free to the public. But when it hits a certain level, over time, it's like fine wine, gets better with time, and then fine wine over time becomes more valuable.
Come on, bro. Consistency.
You see what I'm saying? That's right. Lifetime learners. Yes, sir.
Can I reinforce something that you just said?
Yes, sir.
You said you brought up some very, very interesting points. But you talk about how the majors make their money. I'm gonna point something out because I feel like being a troublemaker. How do majors make their money? With independent artists that are on our timeline, that are in our audience, that come week after week after week. They listen, and it goes in one ear and comes out the other. The majors make money on you.
Yes.
You are only just prey for the industry. If you do not take the steps to do the work yourself,
come on.
if you don't study, you don't stay in your lane, and you want everything done for you.
For
if
free.
you want everything, it's not even free. It's to the point that now it's not enough that I show you or I put a plate of food in front of you. Now you want me to pick the fork up and put it in your mouth.
Nah.
Artists are that lazy now.
False expectations.
That's
right. Artists are that lazy now. And so what that means is that you're looking for someone to give you the illusion. Just like on the Matrix, you want to be plugged into the fantasy. So you ain't got to do the real life work.
That's good.
And major industries, like the Stellar Awards, like the Dove Awards, like the GMAs, like all of these award shows that keep popping up across the country, they're buying into you not wanting to do the work and wanting to be recognized for your greatness.
And okay. I want to say something, man. And
say it.
It doesn't matter to me. I want you to be well educated. You see what I'm saying? Who do you think back a lot of these? And people got upset at the brother because he invested in liquor. But who do you think back the award shows that we so love?
We'll talk about that, Jay, in a second.
I would be nice and just say non-believers. How about that?
Right. Who do you think they get these ideas from?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think these are. I think a lot of artists don't understand business. You see what I'm saying?
It's evident.
Because here's the thing: if the gospel industry depended solely on gospel people, we wouldn't have no award shows.
Mm-mm.
There would be no Dove.
No.
There'll be no Stellas.
No.
You don't think that that there are believers who drink beer and wine?
We know for a fact that they do.
You see what I'm saying? So
we know for an absolute fact that they do.
Just because you don't see the logo out there doesn't mean that they're not sponsoring.
Come on.
Just because you don't see the logo don't mean it's what they call silent partnerships.
Right.
You need to know these things because you know what I'm saying? In the industry, this is what it is. You see what I'm saying? This is real industry. The industry that you so love ain't as innocent and pure as what you think. You see what I'm saying? So you got to get yours while you can. You got to maximize your opportunity. That what Be the Ultimate You stands for. Be you, be ultimate. You see what I'm saying? You got to understand the industry that you in and this little pitter paddle that you're doing, you know what I mean? The little beef between each other and all these smaller things, and you're talking about this area and that area. Nah, man. There are corporate giants who is caking up off of gospel music, and it ain't what you think. It ain't the Pillsbury Doughboy.
No, Ghostbusters. No.
And they ain't talking about the president. The Beast from Milwaukee. You see what I'm saying? Anheuser. These are the ones that's sponsoring these big. Yo, this is public information if you want to really want to look at it. At any time, you can go to any company and ask them to look at the books. If you go about it the right way. There's certain things, there's certain ways you could do, especially for those who claim to, especially when they have these off charitable organizations. There's certain things you can request. You see what I'm saying?
That's right, Mayor. Yeah.
Yes.
Is that?
No, he wasn't.
Nah, he wasn't.
Every time you see somebody make an appearance.
Mm-hmm. Come on now.
You see what I'm saying?
Hey, Jay said they think there's a big difference between an artist and a rapper. So I'll say there's a big difference between an artist and a singer as well too. But yeah,
I say there's a big difference between an artist and a business person. That's what you need to say. Artist, stop being it. Let's forget the prima donna artist, rapper, all that stuff. Who's an MC? That's cute.
Right.
But when you talk about being in this industry, talk about being a businessman, businesswoman. Your name is your brand.
There you
and
go.
Your brand is not being spreaded out. I'm not saying you got to go get with St. Ives. I'm not saying you got to go get with the liquor company and all that stuff, but I just want you to know who's backing what you so want to get on. The stages that you want to get on, they're not, it's this, you getting mad at this brother.
That's what we said, Jay. Yeah.
But the brother is only doing what he see. He's been encouraged to do this. Ain't just come by happenstance. He just do this just because it was a business move. You see what I'm saying? And again, yo, it's like you become so religious, but you forget how to be diligent. You quoting scriptures, but you're still broke. You quoting scriptures, but you round here copyright infringing
for a ministry
and
to reach the lost.
Yes, you're doing all this quoting scriptures, but you ain't not one of the over 3,000 scriptures in the Bible that's on business have you quoted one time.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Let me cut you off.
If you get it in your system, man, diligence, tilling your land, doing what you need to do, and understanding the industry is not patty cake. It ain't patty perfect. The gospel music industry is not patty perfect. And when you realize that, you will stop misjudging people, having false expectations of artists, understand that everybody got a life behind, away from the mic. No one's perfect. They got great gifts, but many of their lives don't match the gift. You know what I'm saying? Grace and mercy is given. Grace is given to the undeserving, and mercy is given to the guilty. So you got to understand the industry you're in is graceful and merciful, because many people are guilty and undeserving of some of the things that they do, but because they rub elbows or paid some type of way to do it, it is what it is. It is what it is. So that's what I say. It's time to grow up. I'm giving you the grown folk talk about the gospel music industry.
There it is.
You see what I'm saying? This is something you should have known a long time ago. So that when you do go to the Stellars, when you do go to the Doves, and you see certain things that you're unfamiliar with, that make you feel some kind of way.
That's right, Mary.
From the executive, we ain't talking about from artists. We're talking about from the powers that be that run it. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand what it is, It's in business. This is the entertainment business. And when you treat it as a business, everybody got a pastor. And them pastors are preaching. You hear goods and services exchanged for dollars and cents.
And man. Again, there's one of your scriptures there for business. All right. He gave you one tonight. Go and meditate on that. Hey, Danny, you had a point that you was going to make.
Yes, sir.
I was just going to say while he was going forth, because I feel like this is a sermon. I feel like the brother is going forth and into. He's on his pulpit. He's talking to stuff, man. I appreciate it. But for those of you who feel like you're going to hide in the church, let me just say, U.S. copyright law is coming after churches now. For all of those ministries that for years and years and years have been using material, singing songs for praise and worship that they haven't paid licensing for, because they're a nonprofit. They got the nerve to make tapes in the church of these songs and then sell them in the church library or in the church marketplace or whatever. Just keep an eye on Congress in the next couple of months, because there's going to be some legislation coming down that's going to affect Black churches particularly. Just all I'm going to say is keep your eye on that. Keep your eye on that, because there are companies right now that are being developed that Black churches can buy licensing for the music that they use. And a lot of our churches are saying they don't feel it's necessary. But just wait.
You use somebody else's work. That's somebody else's body of work. Is that not somebody else's body of work, brother?
Just wait.
This has been going on for years too, because they've been trying to get this. You know what I'm saying? Because matter of fact, years back we was talking with someone who went to a large church, and they weren't singing this particular artist's song anymore because he told them, no, because you all making money with my music.
Right.
Again, this has been years ago.
The offerings are getting people. You get people happy. You're doing this during offering time. It ain't original music. It is somebody else. You got everybody's up. The mental orgasm is there, and it's euphoria. And then you pass the plate, and people are giving. You see what I'm saying? And now people are saying, "I want my piece."
Say, yeah, hey, better go back to hymn books or original music. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, it is what it is. Wow. Oh, and normally when it comes to Black churches, that's what normally draws folks is the music. That
is the draw.
That's the main draw.
That's the main draw. Is the music.
Exactly.
I mean,
exactly.
And if that's the case, you can apply this principle to any business. You have
right,
to do
Big Loaf.
Yes. What people are saying, the lazy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That last sentence right there.
Right.
They are.
Yes. Y'all just straight lazy. That's all it is. Saving
lazy.
Don't,
you know what I'm saying? If you don't believe, you show how much you believe in yourself. And I hear you, Big Lows. You know what I mean? How you doing, bro? But it's just they ain't doing no original hymn books. It is no, because if that's the case, then you got to pay the artists. Who are the praise and worship, and you got to pay the musicians. Now we're talking about contracts, and we start doing contracts. The ministry of free is going to be in.
You're doing it for the Lord.
Chris, let me tell you where they're going to mess up with the hymn books, right? Instead of buying the hymn books, they're going to go to somebody else's ministry, get a copy of it, Xerox the hymn book, and now they got a hymn book. But wait till somebody discovers that they didn't buy that hymn book. It's coming. It's that whole legislation with this digital age. Yep. And every ministry wants to do what? They want to stream on Facebook. They want to stream. They want to go live. They want to reach the masses on social media. And guess what else is reaching the masses on social media? All of the music that they're using for praise and worship.
Oh man.
This is where the people can eat. Now, if you are a songwriter, here's a vessel. Here's a vessel for the songwriters. If you're a contemporary songwriter, if you're someone that can rearrange your music and make your hip hop song into a contemporary track, here's a way. And get with a producer
Different
that
versions.
can rearrange your stuff. If you can rearrange it and put it to a way, now here's a vessel. Here's a vessel that you can pour out and make. And man, we are giving you different. This right here is there's so many ways that you can earn a living. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? There are artists that we know that are big artists, but they're even bigger as songwriters. They're bigger as songwriters. They've written songs for many other artists that you'll never know. You think it's that artist, that's their song. No, it belongs to this person, and this is you can do that for your own own church, but I say don't do it for free. A laborer is worthy their hire.
There it is.
You see what I'm saying? If you're gonna be in this ministry, here's the thing, right? Here's what I believe, right? You've been in this ministry, you grew up in this ministry, you have tithe and offering over 20 plus years. If you're 20, 30 years old, 40 years old, this is your return. You don't invest without a return. You've invested into this ministry. Now it's time for the ministry to give back to you. You know what I'm saying? As artists, but don't let that be your only bread and butter. A poor mouse has one hole to get cheese out of. You need to do, I'm gonna say it again. A poor mouse has one hole. You know what I mean? You go to the house, you see multiple holes where they store that cheese at. That's where you got the book. Who took my cheese?
Yeah.
That is one of
Who
the
moved my
best
cheese?
books.
Yes, it is.
Who moved the cheese? It's one of the best books. One of the best books. If you are a creative person, you got to get that book. Absolutely.
Yes. I mean, matter of fact, I'm gonna read it again. Yeah, that's.
So
yes.
There are a couple of books. Everything you need to know about the music industry, you need to pick that up. That's a good book that you need to pick up. That right there would give you homework. You know what I'm saying? Everything you need to know about the music industry is going to give you everything, contracts, all that. These are the things that you need to know about the industry. It's giving you a very good working knowledge. Even if you are a seasoned artist, you lack the business side, you need to read. Okay, read one book is plagiarizing. Read 3 books and you're an expert. You need to make yourself an expert. You need to be reading books, all type of books on the industry of music and the industry of
Chris,
business.
go to somebody else.
Business and law.
Right.
I got to get the name of the person. I'm sorry, I don't got the name of the artist. I mean the author out the gate.
Wait a minute. You talking about the business of music? The business of music, right?
Everything you need to know about the music industry.
Yeah, that's Oh man, what was it? Oh man,
I believe
that's Passman. I think that's
Passman. Yeah, Passman. Yeah.
I read that book thoroughly 4 times before I even really started doing anything. 4 good hard times, and every time
they come out with a new edition too.
Say it again.
I said, and they have a new addition to it as well, and an updated version.
Because right now in the digital age,
Jay,
you need to know how to get down with this digital. Anybody, you know what I'm saying? There's some people that still trying to do CDs, man. Come on. Now, I won't knock it. You know what I mean? Because even overseas, they're still doing records. And records had a comeback. So again, study wherever you go, put music in and see what the media that they're using, because there's some places that still use a certain media. But then you got to know, again, be diligent in your business. How to submit, what to submit, and who's taking your stuff. You see what I'm saying?
Man. Hey, y'all. Hey, we're giving y'all something that we'll never get back, and that's time. You know what I'm saying? And again, we appreciate you definitely hanging out with us. Almost 3 hours, and it's just
I'm good, man.
Hey, man,
brother, that brother was preaching.
He was, man.
Forget what you heard. Forget what you heard. I know when the Holy Spirit is hitting somebody. And his sermon just had to do with the music industry. But that brother was preaching.
Here's his information right there. go and reach out to them. Okay. Yeah, man. Hey, yeah, we're gonna have to do this again. Hey, man, and definitely probably got to do this on Clubhouse. So,
Okay.
you know, yeah, definitely, Danny, man. You come on as well and things because this needs to be said out there because we always hear
Well,
we always hear so much of all this other information that's outdated information that's really not going to help artists. Okay, says CDs can still work for live shows. Got to be creative and think. I would only minimize get a few CDs. I'm just
Chris,
yeah
you need to check out the last show we did last Thursday, and I
yeah
put up 3 or 4 different CD alternatives that
yes
people are using in the music industry now
yes
that are mind blowing when you think about it. And it's
very
so
mind blowing.
simple that you need to go back and check that out. And if not, we'll probably do a replay this Thursday or inbox me, Chris, because
Yeah.
you avoided me because the Dallas Cowboys lost last week.
Oh.
That's fine. That's
Oh,
fine,
yeah.
Chris. That's fine, Chris. Still a nation. We don't forget, baby. We don't forget.
Hey man, you got another cowboy up here too, man. So hey.
Oh man,
Hey.
see, I knew it. Look, that's why he preaching. He got a little, he's a
Texas
little
Rays.
bitter.
Texas
Little bitter.
Texas
That's
Rays.
what that
Texas
is.
Rays.
Hey, yeah, that's right, Texas boy. Hey, man. Again, bro, we thank God for you, man. Again, guys, go check them out. Okay, b-u entertainment.com. Okay, go in and again with these nuggets, he has a whole lot more for you. But the fact is, hey, you got to invest in yourself. Be diligent.
Right.
Okay.
You got to. I do have a retainer fee and an hourly fee. I do have packages, and here's the thing: with the packages, it's not just packages just because. No. I'm not going to do my job as a consultant. Is to guide you.
Right.
I will guide you, help guide you, offer resources. You know what I mean? Offer, even give templates of certain things that you can use. But it's your job to get the finished product. I'm just a consultant. I'm the one that leads you to the water. It's up to you to take the drink.
You got to drink it. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And I think tonight, I think I've given you enough material.
Yes, you have.
To give your career either a great jump start or a good reboot.
Come on, bro.
And the other gentlemen as well, and the sisters that was in the chat, they were saying much. If you need to watch this 11 times, you see what I'm saying? 11 times to really get all the nuggets. Let the replay, let it ride. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, even in your own backyard, you need to be blowing it up. You need to be blowing it up in your backyard. Yo, I'm be honest. I'm not even tooting no horn. Yo, I market so much that people thought we had a team, and it was just me. But I did what I did best, delegated the rest, and kept
Mary.
you know what I'm saying? And here's the thing. Your marketing budget, you need to have that thing right. You need to have it where you need to go. You need to have that thing prepared. You know what I mean? Do what you do best. Delegate the rest. If you're going to keep your budget exactly, and don't be chipping off the budget. If you got a budget that you got for Ron, use the budget for Ron. If you got the budget that you use for the producer, use the budget for because the producers, you can license it, or you can get what is called a production fee as a producer. You know what I mean? The production fee is dependent on what the producer charges. If you're dealing with majors, I know that I think if for a production fee for a producer, if you're gonna work with a major, this production fee. I'm sorry, man. Are we supposed to be stopping?
Hey, man, you on the road.
Look, the spirit done hit that man again.
I know, right?
No, and the production fee, man. The production fee some years back was $7,000. That's just the fee. Wow. That ain't counting the points. That ain't counting the other stuff. You see what I'm saying? You're supposed to be, if you dealing with, this is as a producer. We ain't talking about nobody, we ain't talking about nobody with no Grammys, no awards. This is just as a producer. You ain't got to be an award-winning producer, just a producer, period, that is producing a product.
You right?
7 stacks for a production fee. That was back then. Now, just do the inflation. It's got to be at least 10 to 12. And if you're doing it for independent, you see what I'm saying? And then you got to have of course, you're going to have your guarantees, but their job is just to produce, not to blow you up. His job is just to give you a hot vehicle to work with. After he give you a car, it's up to you to make it hot. You got to lace that track. It ain't his job to push your track. That's your job.
On, bro.
You know what I'm saying? After he says deal done, it's done. He's done his job. He produced the track. It's been arranged. If he's going to be your engineer, then he's going to do that, because engineering ain't done by the producer. That's a whole nother hat, a whole nother person, and that costs too.
I didn't know that either. Hey, because see, I'm not a producer.
Let me also interject, because this is my lane, and I love that you said this. Producers are not your marketing team.
Thank you.
Look. You hire us to produce the track.
That's
right?
it.
I deliver that 2-track master to you. Well, you gonna share this on my site? I might, but then again, I might not.
It ain't his
because
job.
if you want my platform, we need to talk about marketing later.
That's a whole nother cost.
That's a whole nother thing. I know my lane. My lane is to produce and get this 2-track to you, right? This commercially acceptable, as the language is used in contracts, commercially acceptable record to you. That is my job. My job is not to help you market. My job is not to help you manage. My job is not to help you your social media management. My job is not to help you service radio. Right? That's not my job.
Nope.
That's not my job.
Nope.
I think we got a question here too. Should features help market?
It should, if the artist is worth it. If that artist ain't, you know what I mean? In regards to urban gospel, we ain't got that. We ain't got that liberty of having somebody that's worth helping the market. Now, you saying should they help market the track?
Yeah. I
say, I'm sorry, I misunderstood your question. Should they help market? I say yes, they should help market in their own. If you paid for that feature, that's on you,
right?
Because all you paid them to do was the feature on the track. It's not up to them. It goes back to the whole thing between Meg Thee Stallion and Beyonce. Beyonce didn't push that track. You ain't see her pushing it. She ain't pushed the track. You ain't see it was all Meg Thee Stallion's thing when they did that collaboration. What's the song? I can't remember the song, but off the top of my head, Stallion. What is I think that's a song. I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know.
But whatever the track was, they did the collab, and everybody talking about what Beyonce wasn't pushing the track. It wasn't her job. Her job was just a feature. She did what she did best. And the delegation was up to the, you know what I'm saying? I wonder why they don't on CHA. What?
Yeah. Okay. Let me. Can I interject real quick? Miss Mary, let's talk about your features. Okay. First of all, you have to be very strategic about who you're buying, who you are giving money to be featured. Because I know who you're talking about, Miss Mary. And so I want you to know that I'm rooting for you and I'm rooting for him. But let me give you a word of advice, a free word of advice. You have to be very, very strategic on who you're paying to be featured on. Because once you pay what you're paying them for, you're paying them to be on your track.
That's
right?
it only.
And that's it. Now, their name recognition is the only additional marketing that they are required to have. If you don't do your due diligence and they don't have any market share, then that's what you just got. That's what you just paid for. Period. So, like, if you are a Christian hip hop artist and you're paying a country and western singer to be featured on your track, right? Whose responsibility is that you got a country and western singer on your hip hop track? Right? Are you going to ask him to go market hip hop to country and western fans? No,
No.
not at all. You know what I mean? And I don't care if it's the Christian Old Town Road, whatever. That was a fluke.
Yeah, it is a fluke, man.
That was a fluke. So
It's
the idea that, you know, and I'm gonna go back to what you said about Beyonce and Meg Thee Stallion. Beyonce's brand is so big that her name alone is marketed.
There
Right.
you go.
Okay.
That's good, D.
And as of right now, the only brand in Christian hip hop that has that kind of pull
Kanye West.
might be Lecrae. Maybe
And even bigger than me is Snoop and
Snoop and
and,
Kanye.
and Kanye.
That's secular artist.
And
If you
look,
gonna
and
do
look,
that, you got to pay for them features.
look, and this gospel Master P project that Mary keeps
Oh.
alluding to, that I'm
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
sure is about to come up.
Yes.
That's who's the only Christian hip hop artist right now that got that kind of pull.
Right.
That whatever are the top tiers, right?
Mm.
So
The
if
A
you're
artists, A-list,
right.
yes.
the A-listers, so if you're looking at you're paying for features right now, you got to ask yourself why.
Now,
You got to
Chris,
really ask yourself why.
Chris says he would never pay for a feature, but I would never do a feature with someone who wouldn't help him push.
Well, again, brother, that you got to understand. Again, you got to understand business, and you ain't if you want him to push him or her to push the track, you got to pay.
I will give
Unless y'all
go ahead.
barter.
I was about to say that. I will give you an example.
Yeah, if you barter, if y'all talk about bartering, then that's
Mhm.
different. But see, that's a lot of that. I'm not knocking you, bro. That's if that's your stance, that's your stance. But I'm telling you, from a business standpoint, that's not their job. Their job is to make sure you get the 2-track that needs to be placed, and their name, just like you said, name recognition. That's why if you're gonna do a feature, if it's supposed to be a feature, you know what I mean? Okay, cool. That feature should be somebody who's worth the money. Now,
Right.
if you're just doing a collaboration, that's a collaboration agreement, you know what I mean, that both of you all bring to the table, and you have a signed agreement between two artists, and in that artistry, you know what I mean? I understand that if you got somebody, a friend or something, or another artist somewhere, but I had another artist that went double wood, tried to charge me to be a feature, and he was double wood. I mean, he charged me, I mean, like, I think he said like 3,000. I was like, 3,000? 3,000 for what? Nobody knows you. I just thought because we have a similar sound at the time. I'm not knocking his hustle, because I'm pretty sure other people paid him 2,000 to 3,000 to be a feature. But I guarantee you, it ain't go where it wanted to go, because the name got to do something. It's all about the name. Again, you got to make sure the person that you are using has been diligent in their own as an artist as well. As an artist, even producers now. You got producers, they got a better name in the streets than some of the artists. So it's like our bruh. Yo, I'm telling you. DJ I Rock Jesus, man. This dude is bananas.
Yes.
When it comes to and when it comes to notoriety. But you do not see no artist using this brother and paying this brother
Come on, bro.
for what he can offer, the improvements on your album. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And the brother is so generous and so kind, yo.
Yes,
he is like generous and kind, and he loves the industry. He loves the people in it. He's willing to do whatever. But the thing about it is you got a brother that's, and in regards to knowing who's who, DJ I Rock Jesus in the industry is one of the main DJs in the industry in our genre. You know what I mean? If you say, you know what I'm saying, that Ministry Heat, you know who that is.
Straight Ministry Heat.
Straight Ministry Heat, you know who that is. But if you're not tapping into the people, see, that's why you need a team. You need a team, a board of advisors, and it can't be the people around. You got to have somebody around nah, you got to have somebody that's willing to tell you, no, that's whack.
Come on,
No,
bro.
that's not a good money move. No, this. Not that everybody, you don't need yes people around you in this
Come
industry
on.
because these yes people gonna make you broke.
Oh
And,
man.
and
Man.
can I a real quick trap, a real trap that a lot of people make. You
Mm.
see an artist that has 10,000 followers on Instagram, and you got 100 followers, and you think to yourself, if I can get them to do a feature, I'll get access to that 10,000 followers.
Right.
No, it doesn't work that way.
No.
It doesn't work that way because number one, you don't know how they got those 10,000 followers. They could have bought those 10,000.
Exactly. I'm gonna say
Those could
bots.
be bots. They could have bought those 10,000 followers. Really? You know what I'm saying? And so at the end of the day, and because they're untrustworthy, they may do something down the line that you don't even want to be attached to them anymore. And now you got a feature with them. You got to be very, very careful about
You
who you're
attach
doing.
yourself.
I'll give you an example. Earlier this year, I was a really, really good friend of mine, really, really good Christian rapper, Quiet Storm out of Greensboro, North Carolina.
Yes.
We had a 2-song deal. I produced the song that he was featured on, and I gave him a song that he's going to be featured on, right? And we push each other. That's how you barter. That's how you get access to fans and whatever. That's how you do that, right? But you got to have a relationship first. Stop inboxing people and say, listen to my beat, or I don't hear from you. I don't hear from you at all until it's time for me to buy something that you want.
There you go.
You know?
Come on, bro.
Right.
So we can do a whole nother show on that.
For real.
Network to get work. You network to get work. And as you network, you should be established, like you said, relationships, business relationship. Those are long. Do you know, man, if you look at some of these mainstream artists, man, because this is what you got to compare. You got to look at your counterparts because the mainstream is your competition.
There you go.
They are your competition, not your pattern. You see
Come
what I'm saying?
Hey,
you got to be better than your competitors. You have to bring a better product because all you doing, you know what I'm saying? So if you buy bots, then the numbers, it's a lie.
Yeah.
Well, Ollie, here's the thing, sir. A few minutes ago, we talked about that algorithm that can point out when you're using unlicensed stuff. If you go back about maybe 2 or 3 shows, we told y'all that Spotify now has that same algorithm that can start picking out bots, and you will get ghosted on Spotify. You don't even know that you lost your fan base because they will block you because you've been using bots.
And YouTube.
Yep. And Apple.
Yep.
And Facebook. All of these people, you would be ghost canceled and had no idea because your profile will still come up, right? Every time you share something, nobody sees it. Every time you put your music up, nobody's going to hear it.
Wow.
You know why? Because you went the easy route and they caught you.
Come on, bro.
And that algorithm is out there. You don't believe me? Inbox me and I'll prove it to
you. Again,
you're right. You're right. The numbers don't lie, bro. If the numbers don't lie. So if you see 10,000 followers, would you see like 5 likes? Numbers don't lie.
You got 10 million followers on Instagram, but you got 30 friends on Facebook. How does that work?
No, you got 10 million.
Yeah.
No, you got 10 million followers on Instagram, but you can't sell a t-shirt.
Numbers don't lie.
And for whatever reason, with those 10 million followers, you don't have that blue check by your name. What is that all about? You are unverified. I wonder why.
You can't skip the process, people.
And the promoter, as a promoter, the promoter wants to know, are they going to recoup off your name?
About that, it's business.
Again, we're talking business. So do we have true promoters in the urban gospel?
I don't think so.
Like actual promoters?
I haven't seen
promoters, or is it just, you know what I mean?
I haven't seen it. Well, I guess we have to define. We say true promoters. Or so.
I'm talking about like promoters that put on events, event promoters.
Consistently or just every now and then?
My My response to that is no, because for the longest time, independent gospel, urban gospel, and Christian hip hop artists, you have to be your own promoter and you have to put on your own events because a lot of times we're trying to chase after the church. We're wanting the church to put us on, right?
You're right.
And then
Right.
a lot of these ministries, and I've said it once, I've said it twice, I'll say it again. The church will buy what it wants and beg for what it needs. So
Mhm.
they will book whoever they want to book, who they think can get more people in the seats, right?
There
They're,
you go.
they probably aren't going to book you. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
so the idea of it being an actual Christian promoter, though, yeah, you, mm, I haven't run into any because most of us are out here doing it ourselves.
And I'm not talking about a promoter as far as a brand promoter. There are different promoters.
No, I'm talking about concerts,
Wow, tell me, Mr.
putting on your shows. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm talking about the promoters that the event promotions, the ones or someone say yeah, the ones who put on events.
Mm-hmm.
I understand most of them are promoting themselves. That's marketing. We're talking about marketing. I'm talking about the promoter who's paying for the show, who's paying this here. We don't have them. We don't have them. These are the things that has to be. And again, this is why the majors don't respect us because we don't have that engine in place. We don't have an engine. We don't have nothing. We don't the coils are not turning. You know what I mean? We don't have our stuff ain't together. And until we can come together and form a full engine, the vehicle of urban gospel is going to stay on cinder blocks.
Wow.
boy,
Wow. Man, well, you know
boy.
what? Hey, that's our 35th closing. And man, hey, man, 3 hours. But hey,
I'm
it
good.
was great. It was great. It was
Boy,
man, we're about to do this again. We say it's a hard road. That's why we have Christian people promoting secular. Well, again, because there's an engine there, Chris. And again, it's as simple as that. And we have
or
to
the
value one another.
or the flip of that is we have secular people that promoting Christian events because they see the money in it. They
That's
see the money in it,
mm-hmm.
right? But we don't have an actual entity that I can think of, and I've done my research. We don't have that kind of entity, that
Yeah.
all their sole job is to promote urban gospel, Christian hip hop. I haven't seen that. That might be a lane for somebody.
See need, feel a need. That's all I got for you, Ron.
All right. Well, look, hold tight there. But yeah, Mary, let's stop talking about it and let's be about it. Well, you know what? That's the problem. It's the execution. So again, if y'all really serious about it, then be intentional about change. Other than that, hey, it is what it is. As a clean comedian, we had to become our own promoter, put on our own clean comedy show exactly in the area because no one was booking. So we set a standard for shows that people still use. Amen, Carlos. Exactly. I see to
Fact,
that. Yeah.
fact.
Yeah, in High Point, yes. Hey, you all were doing it, man, and you still doing some great things, producing films and all that. So, hey, y'all, hey, how bad do you want it? Is the bottom line. How bad do you want it? And actions always speak louder than words, just like numbers don't lie. So, and one more thing, don't come at us with your sob stories of yeah, well, I got to pay this, I got to do such. Well, no, come back when you are ready, when you have the money to pay for our services because we don't because everybody has a story. All right. And you'll find a way to make it happen, just like you pay that cell phone bill every year. I mean, every month, or that light bill or so. Again, invest in your music. Okay. And just because we know you doesn't mean that we're gonna do stuff automatically for free for you.
That's
All
right.
right.
Stop eating out as much.
Exactly. Yeah.
There it is.
Stop buying them Jordans and stuff. I mean, hey, again, it is what it is.
Invest wisely.
Invest wisely. All right. Well, hey, unfortunately, all things must come to an end, but God's love never ends. Thank you all so much for tuning in to a special edition of Culture Kings. We have all these three kings up here. All right. Look out for more things. And again, keep everyone that's lifted up, keep them lifted up in prayer during this pandemic and things like that. All right. Hey, be smart and be safe out there. Okay. All right, y'all. Well, again, thank y'all so much. God bless y'all. And man, yes. Hey, what? Jesus forever, right now. Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah.